Welcome to the Only in Early Access podcast. It's Pride Month. I have an iced macchiato latte, as
Damn,
is
okay.
tradition, because it's Pride Month. It's in a mason jar. Because let's be honest, there's nothing more homosexual than an iced coffee. I said what I
I
said.
guess. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it sounds like. Well, would you like to debate me otherwise? I open the floor.
No, I'm not. I don't
Okay.
know.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
this,
yeah. Good.
I don't know enough that I can't say anything. So I mean,
You
I guess
wouldn't,
yeah,
straight boy. You
yeah.
wouldn't.
So that's why I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, okay, sure, I guess, yeah.
Oh, Lizzie's here because it's Pride Month. We have sacrificed enough newborn
Yeah.
straight people that the patron saint of queerness, Lizzie, makes the yearly appearance on the solstice here. We had to paint diagrams in the blood of straight people to get her here. It takes a lot of effort. That's why we only have her on once a month, unfortunately. Well, once a year on 1 month. I ruined the bit. We gotta tank it. Tank it. Start over.
Yeah,
Moving
it's
on.
gone. It's gone now.
I was
It
about to ruin
fucked.
your earlier bit to be like, I'm one of the few gays that doesn't enjoy caffeine either, so
Yeah,
here I
that's
am
yeah, right? Yeah. That's why
with
it
my
costs
milk
so much
tea.
straight blood to get you here. It'd be a lot easier to summon you if you would just take the bribe of coffee like everyone else.
I don't want to be a jittery little guy.
Jittery
Yeah.
little guy.
I'm already an anxious person, and then having coffee on top of that because I don't know what moderation is for some things. I would just be spiraling. No, thank you. Which is hilarious because I've had phases in my life where I had coffee so much, loved it so much.
Yeah, just writing down 3 potential titles.
Oh,
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. The beauty of having a third person on is we get these titles a lot quicker, and it's
Just come out
nice.
swinging.
they just
They
come
do
out
come out
swinging.
swinging.
You
This
got
is
you
the
got
problem.
you got 3 chefs in the pot, and they're
3 chefs in the
putting
pot.
everything in there for some reason.
Yep. Yep. We'll make a masterpiece eventually.
I like.
Sure.
I like.
Yes. We
I like.
sure we
I
sure
like-
will. We sure will.
I need to. We need to go back. We need to go back. Hold on. I want to point out that you said we have 3 chefs in the pot, not 3
Yeah,
chefs in the kitchen.
pot.
In the
No,
pot.
the
Physically,
pot.
they are in the pot.
Yeah, they're in
all
the
of our
pot.
flavors in the pot. Put our whole selves in the pot, like a big hot
I
tub.
won't lie. Like
Yeah.
3 chefs. No, there's already 4. Fourth was 3 chefs in the pot. Is very strong. I love 3 chefs in the pot. I'm just like visualizing the like Swedish chef level like Muppet puppets like all trying to like get into the same small pot and they can't fit.
Oh
Oh
god.
my
Hey,
god.
you're getting in my side. Move. Stay on yours. What are you
Mhm.
doing?
No. This was my side. That's why it's closer to the burner. Well, this
Welcome to the
this
podcast and happy
I'm
Pride.
gonna have my
and
side seasoned with this. Better not add any of your seasoning.
Oh
platonic
god.
forehead kisses to you all if you want them.
Oh, isn't that sweet? And people say this isn't a family friendly show. They would be right. It's not. It's not. It's everything I've ever uploaded to the internet. Specifically, I've marked that little button. It's not for kids. I don't care if
It's
kids
not.
watch or listen to this, but I didn't make it for you. What you get a hold of as a child in this day and age is not my responsibility.
Me thinking about watching South Park as a kid.
Oh yeah, just
It was
yeah,
the
you know,
90s. It was a different time. It was a different time.
Yeah.
Nobody
90s
gave a
was
shit
so
back then. Like cartoons
going
had
on
people
Newgrounds,
eating
watching
people,
stuff,
you know?
and then
Like
seeing that there's an
Invaders.
18 plus
Think about
stuff,
it.
and
Think
then
about
you're
it.
like, what
Like
is that?
think about like the 90s, early 2000s era that still held on to how 90 like kids entertainment. Like I was just watching Batman like beat the fuck out of motherfuckers all day, every day. Saturday morning, oh, Batman's got some jaws to break. I love it. I like it when Poison Ivy strangles all those men. That was my favorite episode. I wonder why.
Reasons why we're so gay.
Right? And then like think about like Invader Zim. The debut fucking episode is him stealing organs out of kids.
Yeah,
Like it
and
was
he's
just
just a big
Ren and
giant.
Stimpy, Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was different back then. We were
Yeah.
Now we're kind of prudes now in society. We're like, oh, kids can't watch this because it'll make them sass me or something, and it's like, what the fuck happened to us?
Yeah. It's wild.
So much happened.
So much happened, actually, but none of that's important. What's important is that it's Pride Month and that it's video game time. Because, as is per standard, Jeff Keighley has held a gun to all of our heads and demanded we cheer for the Summer Game Fest, as we did, and he graciously decided to let us all live. With that being said, we now get to talk about news, things we played, and other fucking dumb bullshit. So, do we want to start with the news because it's probably the chunkiest?
I mean, yeah, we could start with like things that we've saw at the Game Fest and news and
Yeah,
whatnot, and
yeah,
then move to what we played.
yeah.
Because there's just, like you said, it's a lot. So I feel like we're gonna cover a lot and probably forget about a few things. So might as well try to get all of that info out the
I
way.
will forget about so many things. Don't
I will
worry.
forget so many. I do
Um,
that all the time. It's a
yeah,
condition.
it's a condition. It's called
It's a condition. It's called
I
ADHD.
forgot. It's called I forgot. No, you're supposed to be like it's a condition. It's called
I forgot.
yeah, and pause for dramatic effect. So out of the things that were announced that like I like vaguely paid attention to, um, Amsterdam 1666. Did you see this?
Yes,
From
I.
original Assassin's Creed person. It's some kind of game where you're like, it's about witchcraft, I think. It's unclear. You like are a nun beating people up at night with magic, and there's a lot of cat imagery. I've never like I have no sense of this game other than that it takes place in Amsterdam 1666. But like I don't like when they showed off original Assassin's Creed, I could like suss out what this game was. You know what I mean? Like vaguely at least. I'd be like, oh, it's like a okay, you're like an assassin. It's some kind of stealth alt history game. I'm assuming this is some kind of alt history game, but like, what is this game? I'm not fucking sure.
It sounds equally intriguing and confusing, which is an odd combination.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's
I
essentially the Assassin's Creed franchise, if you think about it.
I was I
True.
was I was kind of a bit interested in the game. I played the prologue because they had a demo
Mm.
out for it
They
on
do. I
Steam.
didn't bother
Yeah.
because my PC bad these
Yeah,
days.
I know. It was for some people, was having issues. For me
Oh,
it
it
I
didn't
was
look
able
like it
to.
was running well in the like the
Yeah, yeah,
trailer
even
for
in that,
Games
yeah.
Fest. I was like, yo, what is
Uh
that 20 FPS cat doing there? That thing, you gotta get rid of that. That's clearly the demon.
yeah, no,
It's
performance
clearly
wise it's
the
so
powers of Satan clearly are in cahoots with this woman. Sire, her cat is moving at 20 FPS. Look at it. It doesn't belong in this dimension. Clearly in cahoots with the devil. Everyone knows that the Bible teaches you that the devil moves in only 20 FPS.
of course, of course. And so I tried it out. Yeah, it's still rough performance, and I was like, okay, because the thing about this game is they teach you in the prologue is that you actually are going through modern and old Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Well, wait. Modern as in like 2026? Or
kind
like,
of. It's
kind of.
three.
Okay.
It's three instances. There's 1666, 1999, and then I think it is just 2026. Like modern Amsterdam.
Ooh.
Okay. Wow.
How?
So it got
Yeah,
even more confusing. How
yeah.
is the gameplay? Does the
The
game
only
run
game.
better than it looked?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it was
Oh my
still kind of
god.
off performance. It was still rough. The gameplay aspect is they didn't really do much because it was just prologue. So it was pretty much telling you how you're going to move around when it comes to exploration and investigation. Um,
Okay.
and it was very simple, I guess I should say. Not nothing
Huh.
too complicated or anything like that. The only thing that kind of that I learned afterwards, and this is kind of sucks because I really, again, interesting concept. Even one thing I like is the game studio. You know how usually like their logos when like they would pop up in the game was like actually were interesting. Yeah, they actually do have an interesting logo. Like they actually do something cool with it. But um the paintings looked weird. Um kind of like something was off about them. I hadn't noticed it because it would be really quick and I couldn't notice them. But a lot of the paintings in the game were generative AI. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. Actually, no, greatly disappointed in that, I should say. So I don't know if the full game that's gonna be a thing, but that had been pointed out. And even the artists, even the game devs have mentioned about that specifically. Uh, so yeah, it was disappointing to hear that they kind of decided to go through that route when they didn't really need to. Like, there's a bunch of like historical paintings that they could have just plopped up
Yeah.
and put, but
I'm pretty sure Get's
yeah,
just open source, isn't it? Just like Gettysburg Images or some shit, right?
yeah, like they could have just done a lot of things because a lot of it's just colonial times as well and things like that. So it's stuff that they could have easily just searched up and then done, but now
That's
they
like
kind of went
I
that route.
thinking about anything in like colonial times or shit like that. Like I recently Chilluminati recently did like a 3-parter on the Salem witch trials. Man,
Hmm.
man, Man, you ever just want to like learn that humanity has just been like fucking circle jerking itself as a society since the dawn of time and making the same fucking mistakes for the same goddamn reasons, and everything has just been motivated by either greed or fear since like fucking forever, and that we are as a species clearly the worst at learning and adapting out of everything on the fucking planet. Just listen to
Oh
that
yeah, yeah.
three-parter. Dude,
Sounds about
it's
right.
just so stupid. It's just so stupid where
It's it's
I'm
stupid. It's
just like,
stupid.
this is the most like absolute clown circus attempt at like intelligent life I've ever seen. It's so dude, I hope the aliens show up and kill us all. We suck.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
We're bad. We're bad at this. Maybe the monkeys
We're
should be
really
in charge.
yeah.
I don't think they can do much worse.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet the
It's
monkeys wouldn't settle on a 2-party system.
With
I've seen those monkeys. They can definitely count past 2.
I would hope so. They have enough fingers for that.
how much
Yeah.
But yeah,
people
no.
rely on
That
things like
was
that Chat GPT these days, I would not be surprised if monkeys will actually outpace our intelligence.
What do you mean they already have? Have you seen the people that are elected? And the people that
Oh
vote for
yeah,
them?
no, for sure.
You
I
don't
just
see
mean
the
like
monkey. You
people
don't
are
see the
collectively
monkeys. Yeah,
getting
look. The
dumber.
monkeys are not putting the monkey that keeps stealing from other monkeys in charge and bad at all his jobs. Okay, they're like, no, that monkey. No, we can't have him lead the pack. Pack of monkeys, tribe of monkeys, collective of monkeys. What is the plural of monkeys? Like,
I
what
have
is a
no
group of
a
idea.
group of
monkeys?
monkeys. I think it's
A
just
I have to go
cult.
Google this to see
A
if
cult.
there's
Yeah,
like a
please Google
special
it. Yeah,
word
there has
for
to.
it.
You know there is. They're gonna be like, actually, it's an congregate of
it's a blah 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 blah
monkeys.
blah blah blah. Like yeah, okay, sure, buddy.
A group of monkeys is most commonly and scientifically called a troop, which is
A
A
incredible.
troop.
troop of monkeys. All right, so I'm just gonna
Bam.
Like a
a
band
troop,
of gorillas.
like TROOP.
Hmm.
A troop of monkeys. Okay, cool. So Amsterdam
Yo, the goof
1666,
troop, the goof.
kind of like, man, is how we're feeling. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
I've. It's kind of why it's gonna be hard to talk about a lot of games that are coming up because, um, quite frankly, at least in the East Asian devs, apparently from what I've heard, Daniel Ahmad is the one of the people who does a lot of reporting and researching on that end. I have to see if I don't know if he's on Blue Sky. I would assume so, but he's normally on Twitter.
Mm.
Yeah, look up his actual. Yeah, Daniel Ahmad. He goes by Zoog EX. Um, Apparently a lot of East Asian developers. So this would be like Japan, Korea, and China are using a lot of generative AI in their development already. I think posted in our group chat about Capcom. Did
Yeah.
I or did I
I
not?
mean, yeah, you did. You did. You might have
Okay.
sent it just to me. I
Oh,
think
okay.
that's gonna be a thing for a while now until the bubble fully bursts, which is definitely coming. I think the
Yeah.
question will be like, okay, are you using it as like lazy placeholdering when you could just have like a blank asset or whatever? Whatever. Is it like if you use Gen AI art as like placeholder kind of vibes, even though you could just have a blank like thing that just says placeholder like they used to back in the day, seems like it's more effort to have the AI do it. It's weird. But like if
Oh,
it
that's
gets
a lot
pulled
of
out
effort.
and
Just
then
to
the game like is fucking Expedition 33 good, yeah, okay, it's still a good game. But like we're definitely going to see, I think, before the bubble bursts is like Elon Musk has said his Amazon he's gonna like have the first world's fully AI made game come out. Um I kind of hope we do see that because I feel like that's the thing that breaks the bubble for real. Because it's like,
Oh yeah.
okay, here's what it looks like when you replace all the humans. Oh, does it not run? Does it just brick everyone's PC? Yeah, like I feel like you could still have a really good product even with some AI uses, but that's
Hmm.
only because like comparatively percentage wise, the AI usage is 1% compared to the 99% human aspect that makes the fucking game, and that the AI thing is placeholder or gets replaced. Like even Arc Raiders ended up replacing their AI voice acting because of
Hmm.
Marathon actually with all its voice acting, and people like, hey, what if it like sounded like a person? No, and they were like, oh, okay, I guess we'll get real voice actors.
Hmm.
And I know that
yeah.
there was like AI stuff in Expedition 33 that later got patched out, and it was just like placeholder shit. It really
The
just
th-
depends on like how brain dead are they? Are they gonna full AI it? The moment you let AI like write a code or do animation rigging, it's gonna fucking shit the bed in like 2 minutes.
the thing about it though is that the way that they seem to be using, like right now, one of the things we've seen with funny enough, the Lara Croft games, the new one. So it's I think the
Mm.
Atlantis one. Um, the people at from Baldur's Gate, Larian,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I'm trying. Oh, and even Sega with their Crazy Taxi, they have said they have mentioned that the way that they use generative AI or wanting to use it is using it as a generating concept and then
Mm.
going over with human artists to do like replace it. But the problem is that you're generating generative AI concepts. You're starting with shit and you're just covering that shit with
Yeah.
whatever stuff that you want. It's still going to be shit. It's just that now you've basically literally made your entire
Well, I mean,
foundation shit. So
it'll
it
show. It'll
yeah,
show the
it'll
moment you
show.
do. Like the moment like Capcom drops a game, like like if Onimusha's like the core gameplay loop, like imagine a Monster Hunter comes out and AI was like the start of like how this game plays, and then you went on top of that, it's gonna be the worst Monster Hunter's ever been. It's gonna feel like shit to play and no one will like it. You'll know immediately. Like
Yeah.
they if they keep it to like art in things, you can probably get away with that longer than would be chill, but it'll show. It'll the cracks will form because you'll just
Yeah.
be outshined by someone that didn't do that every time, even if their game comes out not as quick or whatever. It's definitely like we're going to end up having to see more AI usage before the bubble bursts. That's just how it's going to
Yeah,
play out.
and it
The
really
exact same
sucks.
way NFTs did. In the same vein, though, we're also seeing that like while I'm definitely like more willing to play a game if they used like AI in some way that I can find like, all right, I can look past that, like the shoddy voice acting, but the game was still good and then they replaced the voice acting, or oh, placeholder art and then replaced with actual assets created by people. The moment it's like designing a thing and it is truly like directing a project, it's gonna be ass and you're gonna feel it immediately. And then of course there's still the fact that like you think of some of the best like games where people talk about this game is not only like an immaculate story and a cinematic immersive experience, just playing the game is fucking incredible. Like you look at like one of the big ones that like absolutely demolish anyone touching AI and trying to stand with them, and it's kind of Sony's stomping grounds, isn't it? It's Santa Monica. It's every fucking God of War. It feels amazing. Every single aspect of this game is amazing. Naughty Dog does not make bad games. Whether you like the games or not, or whatever, is irrelevant. Like, the game is good. The gameplay good. Like, Capcom usually is pretty good. That's why the AI thing is, like, tragic to see, but it's like, alright, Capcom, if you let AI touch, like, the gameplay of anything Capcom makes, like, you say Capcom, people think gameplay good. Game feel good to play. The moment AI gets a hand of that, you are gonna get a Capcom that's like, what did you do? Oh, you AI the game. You AI the gameplay. Like, I will be able to tell the AI Monster Hunter swing from a swing that was like made and rigorously tested and done over and over by a team of Q&A people and animation riggers and all that shit, right? Like, I'm gonna know the difference immediately because I'm such a stickler for gun feel. Again, gameplay feel. It's exactly why I didn't get Black Ops 7 and Vaughn 2. I could feel the AI in the gunplay. And I'm like, no, it's bad. The animation's weird. It's off. It's less accurate than animations 30 fucking years ago. I'm not doing this. Guns sound bad. Guns sound bad. Gun feel
Also,
bad.
just in general, we are drawn to things that have like passion and love put into it. When you have something that is too much touched by AI and it doesn't have enough of
Yes.
like a human essence to it, like some people are okay with AI slop, but I feel like most people who have been doing things like this for their whole lives, like we have, like no matter what kind of gamer you are, you want something that has feels like it
Yeah.
has a
Oh
soul
my
to
god,
it.
yeah. Absolutely. Like, again, I am a diehard Black Ops girl. Black Ops 6 was fine. It was good, even. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't like 7. Even the more I played it in the beta, and I only played the free beta, I hadn't even pre-ordered it, and I'm like, damn, I can't because you clearly went too deep on the AI sauce on this to where now your gameplay is not even good. It feels weak. It feels like there's nothing behind it driving it. It feels like a concept with no sense of implementation, but just the concept, and then, okay, here you go. Like, yes, it is a gun. Yes, it is shooting, and I am reloading, but all that feels empty and hollow. Whereas, if I go boot up even Black Ops 6, which is nowhere near the best at Treyarch stuff, I can be like, oh, hey, that reloads real good. Right? Or, like, Modern Warfare 2, and be like, hey, that Garand reloads real good. That gun aim shoot good, sound good, game feel good. Like,
The thing is that
it's
Black Ops 6, like, initially didn't even have they only started implementing it more and more once what's called
by the end.
it started getting more popular. We noticed it more towards the end of that year because like a lot of their concept art and stuff like that they were using for like
Speaking of, while we're
was
on Call of
being
Duty talk,
yeah.
have you kept up with any of what's going on at Infinity Ward
No, I don't think so.
with Modern Warfare 4 announced and
Uh
the new studio co-heads?
oh, I might have heard something about that, but
Yes.
maybe
Y-
you're gonna have to tell me
So
just to make sure.
so
If
these studio co-heads, oh, I forget their names at the exact moment. They've been there a long time, but notoriously, like, why this has any potential of, oh, this one might be good, is because um they've had a lot they've been working on it for a bit, but this is the first time these dudes at like the top first Call of Duty for them to like be the directors of as co-heads, and it's the first time Infinity Ward has not had one like person in charge ultimately. And these two dudes are known for being some of the few people that were like under man who passed away recently, who founded he left Call of Duty and did Respawn. Vince.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when he was at Call of Duty, these were like two of his most youngest proteges that just didn't go with him, and they've stayed at Infinity Ward, and now they are the two dudes in charge of like the game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna check out the open beta when it hits, because like as much as I've always been a Black Ops person, there is Modern Warfare's I've played and I've liked. Coincidentally, it's 2 in the original and 2 in the reboot. I never liked 1 and I didn't like 3 in either, but like 2 was good and Infinite Warfare was good. And I'm like, all right, it'd be a weird world where I'm like, yeah, I didn't get the new Black Ops, but I got Modern Warfare 4. Never thought I'd say that, but you know what? I also never thought they would ever even acknowledge Okami existed, and apparently we're getting a sequel. So, yeah. I also didn't think NFTs or AIs would ever be as crazy as they were and blow up, but like good things and bad things happen in this industry, and you just gotta ride it out. But I'm gonna keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
I honestly, as a person that like craves, just like I love Marathon, I've been playing a lot of it, but I do crave a non-extraction like PvP shooter, and I'm completely out on like the things that I was playing. I wouldn't be opposed if it's like, yo, is this good? Is there no AI slop? Is this Modern Warfare good? Is it good? Game good? What's up, Infinity Ward? It's been a minute since you got my money.
Yeah. I know, right?
It's been a long time. I'm gonna be like,
Uh, it's been a
y'all bringing that?
long
Y'all,
time.
is that Rust? You got Rust? Is that Rust map?
We got Rust again. Fuck it, we're doing Rust again.
You should. You should. It's a great map. It's the best map
I
they ever made.
Everything
speaking
part
of
2 Electric Boogaloo.
speaking of Marathon,
Everything,
just
all
really side
roads.
tangent. I did hear
Yes,
that they're having
yes.
a PvE mode for that one. Now.
Temporary. They've had
Okay,
one.
gotcha.
So they've been
I wanted
doing
to
experimental
verify.
modes. I could talk more about this during like
Yeah.
my month of play because
Yeah.
I've put over 300 hours in Marathon already in like 4 months. I fucking love that game. So that was just brief Call of Duty tangent tied to like, because I know that wasn't like part of the what's it called, Jeff Keighley's cult thing.
Yeah.
Which,
So I guess, at least personally for me, at least in this moment, what I probably will be, I guess, doing is, until I know the dev teams are not using generative AI in any part of development. I even the guy who's like, what was his name? The creator of Shadow Colossus was like, I'm not using generative AI in development at all. Great. I'm only using it for management stuff. I'm like, that's still not good, buddy. Because management involves a lot of stuff. It involves like accounting, communication, schedule. Like there's a lot to that.
yeah.
And when you're using generative AI to generate stuff for you, and manage all that sort of things, it's a very easy for someone like a bad faith person or anyone to like just start using all that information and like either steal it or so it's still not good in that regard. And it still happens in the industry, even with humans, that things get leaked out. But normally, like, there's redundancy for humans. Like, there's ways to kind of keep that in check. With the generative AI, they could literally do there's no safeguards. They can basically kind of do anything they want. So even in that case, I was still kind of like, that's iffy. Like, that's still not good. So I think until this whole bubble bursts and like they stop using it, I kind of am gonna keep away from teams that are very like, I'm literally not picking up on Yumusha. I was thinking of picking up what's it called, Pragmata, but not anymore. I'm definitely not picking up DLC for Monster Hunter. Not picking up Resident Evil Veronica remake, which is funny because it was one of those where I was like, I wanted to try, but I guess not.
Yeah.
So like even stuff from Sega, stuff from Atlas, stuff from any Korean or Chinese, just at the moment, until like I know like I'm not going to be like engaging with generative AI or like in a way promoting it, because the thing about it is that if we look at the way things are now, like they're like, sure, we use generative AI, but then we removed it. Or like we're only using it for one little thing. If as long as we support by giving them money on that sort, we're giving them an excuse to still do that sort of thing. Like
I think you're 100% right to
Yeah.
a degree in that I don't think Like you're right, but in the end, I don't think it matters. Bubble burst either way, and I also like. I personally am like, I buy so little games these days that I'm gonna buy the one I really want to buy. Like, I'm gonna get that Monster Hunter expansion. I fucking love Monster
Yeah.
Hunter Wilds.
Yeah.
But like, I'll probably like, okay, I'm not gonna bother with Onimusha or stuff now because like I won't like do that. But like, I think it's also like we live in a world where the majority of people are not going to, even if they say they're going to, take such a
Mm-hmm.
firm stance, which is commendable as fuck. They will not be able to stick to it, and I think the majority of people won't even go that far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will
And
not
like,
go
I'm not
that
trying to
far.
like, oh, you're not going to commit to it. I fully believe you will. I totally commendable. I mean, I'll commit to doing as little of it as I can. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, I know I also am that person who I'm like, I live in late stage oligarchism in a country that's falling apart at the seams, and I'm queer, and half the country wants to kill me. Yeah, I might buy that one game.
Yeah,
Right.
and I get it. It's just that like it's a tough choice to do. Like it's simple in that like don't buy it. But
Like, let me put it this way:
I know
it's
people are like I want that game. I want and
yeah,
look,
for sure.
I've seen that image of like the back when Modern Warfare 2 2009 was coming out.
Hmm.
There was like there was a Steam group like boycott Modern Warfare 2, and then when you looked at that group again when Modern Warfare came out, every like the majority of them bought Modern Warfare 2 and were
Yeah,
playing it.
yeah, of
So
course,
I
yeah.
like gamers are not the best at boycotting, but like I think an attempt should still be made
Oh,
because
absolutely.
the thing is that with companies is that like they don't care what you believe in as long as you're giving them money that from them is permission to keep doing what they're doing. And so like as long is if they don't feel that financial punishment, then they're just going to keep doing a bit more generative AI in this, and then it's going to be that it's going to be programming, it's going to be a complete like art creation, it's going to be a like
See, that's the
everything
thing
about it,
is
and so
like
that's
I don't like I think you're right except that would die quicker. Like I feel like when we're talking about like that very slight air quotations here generative AI use and then it's pulled out in like a day one patch versus oh, we use this thing to build the entire like program our game runs on. I feel like those two things are so different from each other. Not in that they're different, like they're not like both AI, but I feel like if they continue to lean further into it, like you said, and that there will be studios that definitely do exactly what you said. But like, I feel like the moment they dip into a certain degree, you will see that financial hurt because the product will be bad now. It's like you can get away with it, but only to such a degree as the product is still good. It still has to be good to sell to like make the quotas they want to make. Like I feel like there's a moment where it's like, okay, this game comes out and you did like the animation through AI, everyone's going to rag on you. Like it's going to be instant. Like I feel like the moment anyone heavy leans in like that, it's instant death at the door because
Mm-hmm.
it's just not going to be a good game. It's one thing to use it, even though you shouldn't use it at all, and still have a good game, and then just patch it out. It's another thing to like use it, try to like be like, okay, well we're gonna patch, and then the game's bad. You know what I mean? Like that's a very different outcome. I feel like I feel like if the product becomes like so AI full that it's predominantly AI, then it's going to not be good enough to sell in the first place. Is my personal thoughts on it. Like it's definitely gonna
yeah.
the more
I
like the problem is too is like you talk about like big names and stuff, and even when a game's bad for these big companies, it still sells. Like Black Ops 7, you and I both didn't get because we could see the AI in every motion, in every reload, in every sound. It was even bad. It was bad. But like it still sold. It definitely didn't do well for Black Ops or Call of Duty, but it
it was
still
one of the
fucking
worst selling
sold.
Call of Duties
The
since
problem with that is
modern wise.
oh yeah, it's one of the worst ever, and it's one of the biggest flops for Treyarch in years. But like that number is still ridiculously high, is my point. And like we haven't hit the point yet where like it's got to be pretty like I think that game's bad. I'm sure you do as well, but it's
Yeah.
clearly not bad enough for people to the mass consumer to agree with us, and I think it's probably because your average at this point, because of how like video games is not like a niche thing, right? It's a very common hobby. It's a very easy hobby to enjoy and do when we live in the world we live in, especially right now, right? Like your average person is literally just like a consumer of the product, right? They don't go beyond that. They don't have any of these discussions. They don't look up, they don't even probably know who the developers are half the time, like even the company name, let alone what people are behind it. You know what I mean? Like you and I can sit here and talk about Kojima's history or Swery's history or Raven Studios or Sierra Studios that doesn't exist anymore or the different ages of BioWare. But like I feel like most people are not like approaching video games at all like that and ever will. And that I think is the biggest reason why bubbles like AI, NFTs, and gaming and scummy shit is so slow to burst, because the majority of the money is coming from people who are just buying a new game the way they like go buy milk.
Yeah, like normally they're like, oh, new game out, okay, I'll go get
Yeah,
it.
new
Yeah,
Call of Duty,
no, no,
sure.
no.
New
Yeah,
football
yeah,
game, yeah. And I think, unfortunately, because that's the clear majority of people, and there's nothing wrong with them being so like, I just buy the game, I play the game, I don't need to know anything about the nuts and bolts. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just we're now at a point where because that's such a majority, the bubble of all the bullshit that needs to burst and always does in the end takes longer to burst than it should, because the real financial hit would be to get those people to invest just on an awareness level far more than they ever have even considered or probably want to.
yeah, yeah.
It's
No,
like the
like
same
I think
energy as people like who do so many microtransactions in a game that when they play a game without microtransactions, they're almost like encouraging people to implement things for
Yes, yes.
microtransactions.
People who have only
hmm
played gacha games play non-gacha games.
Right.
hmm Yeah, no, like I think we can talk about later with about GTA 6 news particularly, because
Oh yeah, we'll get
that
there.
kind
We'll
of
get
is
Oh,
a
there.
yeah.
whole
Yeah.
that's a whole thing in and of
Woo!
itself. But
Let
like
me
yeah,
hang on.
no,
I
I
just
think
gotta
it
brush off my
the thing about
jacket here. Wait, what's it say on the back? Oh, that's right. GTA Hater Club,
Mm.
founded 1995. Thank
I
you.
yeah, it's just that I think particular the thing is that as long as they keep using generative AI, the it's more for me in particular as well. It's just that they're still using it, and we know what the
Mm-hmm.
environmental effects
Yes, yes,
are of
100%.
Mhm.
generative AI. And
Mhm.
as we're seeing, like I like right now, like just in recent weeks, it's been super hot in Europe. Like in UK, I think 2 weeks
Mhm.
ago was one of the hottest days of the
Yeah.
UK has known. And I've a friend in Germany was like, yeah, we're right now like at 40 degrees, and like years ago the highest was 30. Like we're
Mhm.
seeing the environmental effects and how it
I
affects
think the
everyone, and
problem.
even and like what's it called, disenfranchised communities as well, and how like
Mm-hmm.
they're more like a lot of those are people are dying and stuff, but like
Yeah,
it's those effects that I want to minimize. And so if
sure.
companies are still incentivized to keep using general, those that's just going to keep getting worse. And like I think that's for
Mhm.
me like one of the things that I find, I knowing enough about psychology, there's cognitive dissonance with people once they try to do the mental gymnastics of to
Yep.
placate like their choices and make them feel like they're more
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what.
okay
That's
with it.
just
So
human beings,
I
Like
get it. It's
that's
just, yeah,
the
that's just human beings. It's just that
that's
like
like.
it's like
I
it's just
think
always for
like
me.
I
It's like damn,
totally,
like
yeah. I get you. I get what you're saying. I think for me, the stance I'm gonna take is like I'm not ordering anything off Amazon ever anymore. Cause like I'm not gonna buy, like I'm definitely, if I'm buying games out of Capcom, right? I'm gonna buy probably just that Monster Hunter like expansion. And that's it. And the rest I leave because of the AI stuff, but I already own the Monster Hunter. But I'm not gonna do you I don't use Amazon for anything anymore. Because Amazon
Mhm.
is like one of the main funders of the giant ass data centers, and
mm-hmm,
that's where the biggest boycott needs to be directed, in my opinion. Because
Mhm.
like, yes, Capcom shouldn't be encouraged to use Gen AI. No one should. Those companies don't own the data centers that are literally poisoning the planet. And the
Mhm.
problem is, I'm actually asking for the harder commitment from people. getting people to boycott a game, even one company as big as Capcom, with like what Vaughn's doing to like not support that, even though we just talked about how most people are surface level consumers, you're gonna convince them to like see what Vaughn's doing and be like, oh wow, that's got like moral merit. Infinitely before I will convince a soul to not use Amazon.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
The thing
That's
with
the problem.
yeah, I think the problem with also with Amazon is like when you live in very small cities
Mhm.
where like there's not much being developed and like the big stuff tends to be around, like you're put in a
Walmart,
position where it's like
Amazon.
what do I do?
Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's
Which of
awful
course
because like
society does that
that's
on
how
purpose too.
yeah, that's being done on purpose and it's like really shitty. So I think like yeah, no. I think it's better if like when people can use less stuff like Amazon and stuff like that, or if you can like not use Walmart, but like I've tried before trying looking locally or stuff like that, and like sometimes all the choices I'm giving is like you either gotta get it through Amazon or Walmart. It's like damn, okay,
That's the
well
problem is we
I'm
still
just
end up using Walmart. We can't like you can cut one. You
Yep.
it is
yeah,
unless you live in a city-ass city and have the
yeah,
means and
Mhm.
time and access and the extra travel costs to go out to the exact
Mhm.
store. Society has fucked us on this, but those are the
Yep.
ones that are the biggest damages, and they need to be boycotted the most. And I'm fortunate I could cut out one.
Yep.
yeah, yeah. I know
And I
exactly,
could,
exactly.
I tell you right now, there's no goddamn way we could cut out both. Absolutely
Yeah,
Yep.
not.
no, it is
Like,
almost it's practically impossible just because
which
of
is
how
which is
intertwined
like
they put themselves into
fucked.
this shit. Yeah.
But like, I probably don't see myself like I was interested in Onimusha. I probably won't now. I was never gonna get the Resident
Yeah, I
Evil
know.
anyway.
I
I don't
played
care
the
about
demo and I
Pragmata.
was like, man, this is actually like really fun and I want to keep playing it. But
Dude,
now
it
I know
was,
that
yeah.
Capcom might be using like the money of this to keep funding more generative AI stuff, and I'm like, I can't. I cannot do that. I it just
Mhm.
I
so
likely will cave for the Monster Hunter. We'll see though. Maybe I'll have a stronger spine in the matter when the time comes. It depends on like where things are. I buy my money's so tight these days that like I try to invest in them where I know I'm gonna have the most fun. But we'll see.
mm,
It's possible.
was
I might not get it. We'll see. It really
yeah,
depends.
well,
Like,
it's yeah, I just things how things go. It's just I know, just oh,
yeah,
I just like I said, I really wish this whole bubble would burst so
it
like now,
will,
but
and it will, but like it's probably gonna be a minute still,
it's gonna
unfortunately.
yeah, it's
Well,
gonna be a
actually,
minute.
it's shooting itself in the foot because it's the whole reason that we're now seeing console prices be so expensive,
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
Sony's like, we don't know when to drop the six now,
Yep.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's
saying
like,
that it's costing like about almost close to $1,000 to make a
so I don't
PlayStation 6
see,
console, and it's
so
just like, so who's
Xbox is
gonna buy
fucked.
it?
Xbox is fucked because they're Microsoft
Hmm.
AI CEO bullshit. I
Yep.
think we're gonna see in the long run. I think, and I want to move on to like rest of the new stuff
Yeah,
because we're
yeah, yeah.
almost
We
an
can
hour
move
in.
on. Yeah,
But I think we're gonna see like Sony, Steam, Nintendo, probably, and big name studios in the long run take a more stronger anti AI stance because it's going
Yeah.
to make it impossible to sell new products like hardware wise. I tell you right now, like like the Xbox is currently $7.99, and it's like, homie, even at the peak of your, there's no way. The
and
cold
Yeah.
point of
it's like the
consoles
what
affordability.
and it's the five. Is it the 512 or is it the 1 terabyte?
It's the
Oh, for
512.
like
The terabyte's
yeah,
bigger.
like
Terabyte's small.
fuck, dude, like 500 for seven
Dude,
hundred dollars
dude, let
for
me put
just
it this
like
way:
a half
an
a terabyte. Like oh,
an extra storage for my PS5, the cheapest one, cost the price of a new PS5 now.
Yep.
yeah,
Like
It's
yeah,
that's
insane.
what I'm gonna be
it's
honest.
stupid.
The
It's
the
Apocalypse for
stupid.
real.
the ethics will not be what kills the AI bubble. The
Yeah,
morality of the
it'll be the
damage it causes
economy.
to the planet. Yes,
Yep.
it's always the money, man, and
It's always
it sucks because it takes so much more fucked money shit to make people rebel when it's like, yo, they've been fucking it up morals and ethics wise at a catastrophic rate, but y'all really not gonna feel anti-AI until that PS6 is like $2,000 for 500 gigabytes. Like, if that's what it
yeah.
takes, fine. But it's like we could just avoid that. But you know, people are dumb and
No,
Mhm.
yeah,
stupid, and
people, yeah. Well,
Alright,
that's
so
why I'm having the catalog.
Yep.
That's where my game catalog is. It's a big one, and so well, I guess I'll be using that till shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I try to go through some old stuff every now and then, but
yeah, I'm
moving
definitely.
on. So we kind of talked about Monster Hunter while it's a bit.
Yeah.
There's not much more to talk about there other than like,
Yeah.
you know, Master Rank expansion. I'll keep an eye on it. I might get it, I might not.
Yeah.
Some quick ones. Wolf Among Us 2, 2027. Let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
that's-
And Wolf Among Us Remastered 2026 holiday. Who wants to buy me a present for my birthday? It's that.
Maybe. We'll
God of
see.
War Laufey. I marked the fuck out for
Yes.
this. I'm so ready. I love Deborah Ann Wool. I can't wait to play as her the whole game. This game
I
looks
love-
incredible.
I-
She's doing infinite aerials to this man. This man does not touch the ground.
meme. I love the meme of like Kratos and Loki are at like the funeral for Laufey, and it's like your mom is
Meanwhile,
resting in
Laufey,
peace, and then she's literally fighting
she's
for her life.
She's doing like fucking Marvel versus Capcom 9 million aerial combos with Doctor Doom.
Want me to do a fucking infinite? I'll teach you how to do a fucking infinite.
Hold my orb while I do an infinite, nerd. Press his button, burns meter. Watch me reset my meter recharge and do the combo again before you hit the ground. She punches your soul out of people and then you hit the soul into people and it explodes. I'm gonna have too much fun with this game. This game will be played from start to finish with a smile on my face. And I will just be like, oh, let me hit this man so hard his soul becomes a bomb for his friends. Should have prayed harder, loser.
God. One thing I didn't know, and until I didn't know Jack Blade was playing the Cube.
Yeah, he's the Cube. He's Frank the Cube, spelled with a PH, just so we're clear.
Frank.
That cube is motion capped, by the way.
Yes, that's also the funny thing
incredible.
about it. But yeah,
it's incredible. So that was announced. Really excited. Stellar Blade, Blood Rain. I'm a big Stellar Blade enjoyer.
I need to get Stellar Blade 1 before I get that one.
You do. Also, like you, I know you. You're gonna put that on the hardest difficulty, right?
Maybe.
No, Vaughn, as someone
you
that
want
plays
me to?
game,
Do you want me to?
Yes,
Okay.
I do
Fine.
actually. I'm
All
not
right,
against it this time because as someone that plays games on hard difficulties on the first run on purpose and often has a good time, it seems. This game's like, oh, do you want to do combos? Do you want to get that perfect parry? That good shit? Oh, we got you. This game is Stellar Blade is so fucking actually incredible. Like, the story's mediocre, and you can guess the plot twist like 6 chapters before it happens. You can probably figure it out in the first 30 seconds. It's not hard.
Yeah.
The story's whatever. It's like B-tier anime. It's enjoyable. It does its bits. It does its
It's the gameplay.
twist.
It's pretty much the
like,
gameplay.
the story is not, like, schlock in the sense that it's enjoyable. It's very B-tier. And I feel like it embraces that and just kind of plays it as is. It's like watching an anime where the plot's kind of like whatever. It's not garbage, but it's nothing impressive and the twists see coming. That doesn't make it bad. It's just kind of like... It is like hero's journey par for the course. You know what I mean? Like, it's very much formulaic. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not... The story isn't the part that's going to impress you. The soundtrack, the enemy design and fights, the combo, like... The gameplay and everything beyond the story is top tier slam dunk. So the story doesn't matter if it's mediocre because, dude, who cares? Do 6 fucking perfect parries and then kick this man's face so hard he explodes. Like, that's awesome. Our game's great. There's fishing. Love that. There is a lot of course, Gooner fits there. I will also say, as a lesbian, the best fits are the non-Gooner ones. I'm gonna be honest. Like, they're all a little Gooner, but, like, the best fits are the, like, not super skimpy ones. Straight up.
Yeah.
Lizzie's gotta hit the bathroom, and so I'm gonna pause, because I'm gonna grab a drink as well.
I'm gonna go.
So, yeah, like... Blood Rain, that's the sequel coming. First of all, Stellar Blade Blood Rain is a fucking 90s-ass video game, like, shut the fuck up. I love you, but like that is so edgy. It is so edgy. Come on, it's like The Matrix Revelations. It's honestly kind of similar to how Capcom went with like Resident Evil Requiem. Shut the fuck up. I love that shit though. It's so stupid. It's like you guys love your shit so much. You're like Requiem, Revelations, Odyssey. Like all these buzzwords. It's just so funny. Like Stella Blade Blood Rain has the energy of like The Matrix Reloaded.
It has the energy of
so
a mid-2000s emo like soundtrack. Yeah.
Also, the moment it was like, yo, she punch girl, I was like, oh, let's fucking go, dude.
When I saw it's punching, I'm like, all right, hold on a second.
And she does look like, and the moment she's like, no, her dodge is you don't ever leave range. You're just bob and weave. And I was like, yo, let me tell you right now, I've played Stellar Blade a lot. I'm actually gonna do a new playthrough. I've been doing a new one. I'm playing on hard on my new game plus. I'm gonna tell you right now, because we see her do punchy stuff and like backflip kicks, and we see at one point she has like a back blade katana that pops out. So I won't spoil anything for you going to Stellar Blade, but I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know right now. You are 100% going to show you can uppercut a man in this game.
Oh. I better.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
So.
The Balrog's moveset, it's just there. It's just there. You're gonna get the little bop charge. Like it's just there. It's the punch girl thing. I was like, yo, you couldn't have sold me harder on a game I was already sold on. The moment I saw it and heard soundtrack, I was like, Stellar Blade sequel. And then they were like, new girl. This one's just called Evie. Cute little short haircut out the gate. Very, like, giving Ghost in the Shell energy on this one. In the terms of, like, the setting and like, the fact that it's, like... I don't know how the fuck this happens, because, like, from what I played of Stellar Blade, there's 2 endings. I've only done the one. Even if I do the other, like, unless it's way different than I expect, I don't understand how there's all those people there. That doesn't make any sense with the lore of the game, but whatever, who cares? She's punching things, bobbing and weaving. Dude, I cannot wait for there to be, like... Because there's, like, perfect parries, there's perfect dodges, perfect counters, there's, like, impulse counters, there's, like, most of Stellar Blade's combat is about not dropping the combo, because it multiplies your damage and your critical chance, and perfect parries, counters, and dodges, and utilizing that to just flawlessly style on a motherfucker. And to be able to do that with, like, punch weapons as a hot girl, oh my god... I'm gonna...
Doing anything as a hot girl just makes everything twice as good.
You're telling me. I know. Trust. I know. With Stellar Blade Blood Rain, that is a day one. I will be day one playing that. I might even stream it and just sit there and be like... Because by the time that comes out, I'll certainly have my license, and once I have that, I'm just gonna be DoorDash Instacart, so I don't gotta work for other people. It's just myself. So, I will make sure that when that game comes out, that I will be like, alright, I worked extra hours the last 2 weeks so that I don't have to go to work for a week. Stellar Blade Blood Rain is out. I'm going to sit here and smoke a bunch of weed, and I'm going to play this game until I've beaten it.
Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna punch so many men in the mouth. So many. You know the Ides of March? It's the Ides of men's mouth is getting punched. I was so happy when they were like, what if punch now? And I was like, yes, let's go. I can't wait. I'm gonna have so much. The soundtrack for Stellar Blade, also, it's so good. Also, Vaughn, you gotta let me know when you're playing the game. You gotta let me know, okay? You gotta let me know. What? When you're playing Stellar Blade, I need to know when you start. I need, like, annual updates. Every time you get to a boss, we need to talk. There are some bosses in this game. There are some, like, this game is incredible. You're gonna love Stellar Blade. Like, what if Bayonetta was good? That's what Stellar Blade is. What if we had Devil May Cry Hot Lady, but it was good? And not full of pointless gimmicks that don't matter. What if it was good, though? What if it was, like, really good? What if it was better than Devil May Cry's ever been good? Because it is. Stellar Blade is fucking incredible. Immaculate goddamn game. There are some boss fights in that were so good so enjoyable that they made me instantly save, back out to the main menu, and go to the boss rush mode, because now I have that boss there and I can fight it because I beat the chapter it was in. There are boss fights that are so enjoyable that I stopped playing the game I'm enjoying to go fight that boss 8 times before I went back and started playing the story again, because I'm like, this fight is awesome. This fight fucks. This fight is fucking incredible. There are some fights in that, dude. It's so good. There are certain ones where I was like, that was maybe the coolest shit I've ever seen. That game is great. You're gonna have a really good time. You're gonna have a really good time. So Stella Blade, they said, I think that they don't even have like a date for it at all yet. They said it's in early development still.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised until like if we don't hear anything from it till like next year or so.
So there's also Lords of the Fallen 2. I'm super excited for that one. That's been pushed back, I think, to like early next year now. It was supposed to be this year, it's early next year. I'm excited for that because I think Lords of the Fallen was really, really good, despite some hiccups, but a lot of free updates made it really better, and I'm excited to see what they can do with all that behind them now and refining the game even further. I love seeing new companies step into the Souls genre in any way, whether in a, like, oh, here is straight up our Dark Souls, or here is like Neo, or here is this. Like, I love that because I like the versatility of this like weird subgenre of a Souls-like, and not all of them land for me, and some are bad, just straight up, but some of them are really good. Like, I love Neo. Spoilers, I will be able to afford Neo 3 at the end of July. I cannot wait.
Nice.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I fucking love Neo so much. They were like, yo, do you want Diablo loot in your game? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Thanks. Thanks. I like it when I'm like, let me just fine-tune my build until I can just parry everything in the game with a single button press. So that's pretty cool. Blood of Dawnwalker, which I will be getting.
Yes.
And that might be my last purchase of the year.
For me, that was the weirdest reveal.
Dude, no! That was the greatest reveal fucking ever! That was so sick! That hyped me up for a game I was already hyped up about. When they were doing this, I was like, what is this? Like another Masquerade thing? No, the DLC for that's already, like, out. And then I was like, bro, that's Cohen! That's the boy you're gonna play as. What is happening? He's, like, being FedExed stuff. And then I'm like, that's just the future. That's, like, the end of the game cutscene, apparently. Or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, they said this was a trilogy that's been planned out as a trilogy from the start.
Yes.
They've now confirmed. I was like, this trilogy is, they were like, you're a vampire. You're immortal unless killed. Why should your trilogy just take place across a couple decades at most? Why not a couple hundred? Right? I was like, yo.
Why not centuries? Why not millennia?
Why not more? Why not more? That's so goddamn interesting. That's so cool. And they've already stated that, like, okay, when you play the first game and then the second one comes out, even if it's like 700 years later, no, having save data of the first game will impact your entire second game run. And I'm just like,
so like Mass Effect then.
Yeah, no, not like Mass Effect, because Mass Effect lies. And none of the shit you do actually matters at the end of the trilogy anyway. You still make one of the same 3 choices, and none of it matters anyway. Also, Mass Effect 2
like
directly...
if you have save data from like the first one.
Yeah, except I trust these people to do it well and not fuck it up is the difference. So Mass Effect doesn't count, because your save data didn't matter, really. Because the way they wrote the second game, it was like, well, actually... this character's not supposed to be here, and we didn't think this through all the way, so now we kind of have to, like, retcon our own thing. Mass Effect, ass. Terrible franchise.
Damn.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. If it's so good, why is it not around? What's up?
That's just BioWare. That's just
What's
BioWare.
Up? What's up? Sounds like it's bad.
Fucked in the ass by EA. I'll give it that.
That's also that Mass Effect's writing is shoddy and doesn't hold up at all. Like the second game directly contradicts half of the first game, and outright, like, they're like, oh well, if you choose to kill all the spider aliens, or whatever the fuck they're called in the first one, instead of, like, letting them move to another planet where they leave people alone. The second game goes, well, we needed these spider enemies for a part of this convoluted plot, so we're just gonna retcon that decision you made no matter what you did anyway, because it doesn't matter. Also, every decision you
I
make
can
in the
agree
first
with
and
some of the
second
things you're
game,
saying,
like,
but I'm still a biased person, and I still love that franchise, and I will take that to
I
my
like
grave.
certain characters in that franchise
Yeah.
and certain moments, but the fact is, none of your decisions mattered by the end of the trilogy. Not a single goddamn one, save data carrying over and affecting the world. It was all completely down to, like, it didn't matter at all. It just literally didn't matter. It was the total illusion of impact in this universe. The ending is the same either way. All those decisions don't matter. And they literally, like, had to rewrite the second game twice before it came out because they wrote it in a way and then realized, oh, wow, hey, if people did any of those things, it doesn't make any sense for any of this shit to be in the game now. So we gotta retcon half the first game immediately. Like, conceptually, cool. Execution-wise, you did not stick the
Right.
fucking landing, is my issue with
Right.
Mass Effect.
I can
And
definitely agree with
and it
that, but I
makes
still
me
love
mad
it.
because if you had, that franchise would be so good. It would be
Yeah.
genuinely what everyone says it is. And I'm like, no. You're just gay for Varys, and that's okay. That's understandable, but just say that. Stop telling me Mass Effect is an immaculate sci-fi masterpiece. It's fucking not, bro. It's
Right.
really poorly written. There's some really good moments and really good character development. The gameplay's kind of whatever. It can't decide what kind of genre it is. That's why every gameplay is different. Tell me I'm wrong. Every single Mass Effect game is a different genre.
I can't say. The only Mass Effect I ever played was 3, and that was for when PlayStation had a free multiplayer, like I guess weekend or whatever,
Yeah.
to play like
Yeah.
the
Anyway,
thing
I'm a
about it.
Mass
That's all
Effect
I ever
hater.
played, so I can't say anything.
I'm a Mass Effect hater. I'm a Dragon Age enjoyer because at least Dragon Age is cohesive and I can follow it from point A to B.
That's so valid.
So valid, Queen.
Also, I don't like sci-fi that's, like, not inspiring. It bores me. It's like, what are we doing here, guys? Anywho, other than me being really hype about the fact that the trilogy is going to be, like, I'm assuming every game takes place centuries apart, because that's so awesome. That is so cool. I think that's a really bold storytelling choice, and I hope they crush it. It looks really good. The Witcher games are really good, even if they're, like, super niche, especially the first two, but, like, I feel like these are developers that know how to tell a good story, so I'm excited as fuck for that. XCOM Star Wars Zero Company, I want to get if I can. I love XCOM. I love Star Wars. I want my Star Wars XCOM. Speaking of Star Wars, people that have played Star Wars Galactic Racer literally are just like, hey, did you like Burnout 3 and Burnout Revenge? Because that's what this is, except it's Star Wars. And I'm like, yeah, those are good things you've said. Those are very good words you've put together.
You don't have to sell me on it more. I'm already sold.
Yeah. Final Fantasy Revelation announced. That's called Revelation. That's what part 3 is. Spring 2027. Matthew Mercer is Vincent Valentine, of course. I don't know how I feel about this, because, like, I didn't finish the second one, because I got so fucking tired of, like, what the game was, and all the bloatedness of it, that, like, I'm not sure I'm ever gonna be able to go back. And I don't like how, like, it kept, like, teasing that, oh, is it the same game? Is it an alternate timeline? And then they never commit to anything, but they're saying the reason is because it all comes together at the end. And I'm like, yeah, but if you get to the end and it's still not an alternate timeline and you just added this extra stuff that padded the game out that was already padded out further, I'm just annoyed. You could have just made FF7 again with better graphics and kept it turn-based and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But instead, you did all this extra shit, so if it doesn't pay off in a new way, I'm like, why did we do this? What was the point of this?
Yeah.
Crossfire is another thing I saw that kind of caught my eye in a way I didn't expect. Because there's some kind of, like, weird sci-fi bullshit going on, and I do enjoy, like, a
sci-fi bullshit.
sci-fi bullshit war story that's focused on, like, two people. I do enjoy that, and it was giving me Spec Ops The Line energy. Shout out to Spec Ops The Line.
Yeah.
That game was great. Don't know much more about it other than that, and that was kind of the news that I bothered to like really write down, other than like Xbox likely to close several studios if no one wants to buy them, and they're trying to like lean harder into
Yeah, there was
exclusives.
those 3
So,
studios that were
Xbox has resurrected its Lich of a Corpse for the 8th time, but unfortunately the Horcruxes have been killed, and they just don't have the power to keep going. I don't believe another Xbox is ever coming. I think a PS6 will come. It might not be a while, though. It might not be here soon, though. I think last I heard, PlayStation is saying 2028, 2029 now.
and that's still too early because that's because if the bubble hasn't popped by then, like, and prices are still up like as they are, yeah, no,
That's fine.
it's
Current PS5's fine. You could ride this out for a while. There's no reason. Like, if they rush it and put it out before prices can drop, you're never selling these goddamn things. It's gonna be worse than the COVID era. Like, you're never selling these things. You cannot be charging 1,000. You can't do 700. Like, if I'm paying 700 or 800 for a console, it better have 2 terabytes.
yeah,
Minimum.
no, it better be like so much space. It better be state of the art, like that sort of thing. It
Yeah,
can't be
yeah,
like
yeah. If you
last
gave me
gen shit.
like a fucking, if the PS6 came out in 2028, 2029, and it's $800, but it had a terabyte and a half and was like bleeding edge tech on par with the best PC could do, or close, certainly has to be closer than it's ever been, I would be okay. But if you're giving me like what I expect the jump will be, and it's only a 500 gig, get the fuck out of here. There's no way I'm paying for that. For that amount of money,
Yeah.
I could just buy an extra storage thing for my console at this point and put it in there. So that's not gonna happen. I don't know. Any other news you have you want to talk about? We could talk more about the Xbox shit going on if you have any more info. I know that like a lot of studios are in talks with Xbox trying to like get their own rights to their own shit. Double
yes, I
Fine
did hear
mentioned Ninja Theory, dude,
Ninja
they did
Theory,
Ninja
which they
Theory
just announced their
dirty.
new
They
game.
announced
Yeah,
it knowing that they were planning to shut them down. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Ninja Theory deserves so much better than this.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
My hope is that these studios can be sold off to someone. I'm worried it'll be like EA or something, and I'm like, I don't
Right.
really
Yeah.
know, like, unless they can get their own rights, but then unlikely any of you succeed with self-publishing in this era, and like, I don't know where you go. Like, Nintendo can't take you, like,
Right.
Sony, I guess. Sony, is it really? Like, where do you go? Unless
But
you're
even then,
really
Sony's like in that weird
yeah, but
section of like
sure,
it
but
just laid off a
Sony's
bunch of
safer than
Bungie people and
yeah, but
like
we knew that was gonna happen because Destiny was being shut down.
yeah,
Like it's no more
yeah.
development, and Marathon doesn't need the size that like Bungie needed. Also it's 298 people laid off. Um,
Jeez.
including recent newest CEO. It only led for like a year. The new
Mm-hmm.
CEO or leader of Bungie is like a former Gorilla person. And to put it in perspective, Sony instead, they're still like eyeing live service stuff. They're just trying to be more careful about what they want to approve doing that, and that it's too risky to do Destiny 3 right now. And we also know now Destiny 2 almost died. Like Bungie almost had to close like 4 expansions before Sony bought them. So like we never even would have gotten this much if Sony hadn't bought them. Straight up factually. They like
Mm-hmm.
Bungie sucks at self-publishing, apparently. They have never gotten it right. They have almost died multiple times as a company. Like they need a publisher because they just cannot sustain themselves. And while 298 sucks, some of those people will probably go over to other studios in PlayStation. They have talked about that as like they're gonna try to like move them around to where they need them. It's still full support for Marathon. There is incubation like concepts going on at Bungie, but nothing greenlit yet. And that does put them with the current layoffs roughly around the same size as Santa Monica and Naughty Dog, which, need I remind people, kind of just make some of the best games in the world every time they do it.
Hmm.
You don't need 7,000 people in a studio to make a slam dunk.
Right.
Now, Do
Agreed.
you need a lot of people to make a Destiny level thing? Yes. Which is why they're not doing it, because it takes a lot of time and money. Even if they greenlit Destiny 3 and hired a bunch of people, you still wouldn't get the game for like 4 years, bro.
Yep. That's a whole ass investment in
Like,
so many ways.
like the survival of this studio is support Marathon, basically. And it's also like, Marathon's good, first of all. And it's like, if you want a Destiny 3, you know what you don't want? A fucking rushed, desperate, half-funded, barely developed Destiny
Yep.
3. That'll kill the studio faster than anything. What are you, an
Yep.
idiot? Destiny 3, if and when it happens, needs to be a slam dunk. And one of the best ways to do that, stop doing Destiny stuff right the fuck now. You've been hemorrhaging players since, like, 4 expansions ago. Ever since Sunsetting started, you've been losing players, and we can blame Pete Parsons for that one. It's like, you gotta stop it now, because nothing you're doing is working, and it's just burning resources and time. Marathon is succeeding more than Destiny was at this point, in terms of, like, retention and people playing the game, and, like, yes, it's not going to hit those numbers. Of course not. It's an extraction game. It's never going to hit those numbers. You're comparing an extraction game to, like, a hybrid MMO. That's, like, doesn't even make any fucking sense. It's like comparing a fighting game to a puzzle game. You're just comparing it to compare it, and like, well, the numbers are different. Yeah, because they're different things. That's why ice cream is cold, and the steak is hot, because they're different things, and you eat them differently. Like, that's where I'm at. It's like, Destiny 3, if it happens, needs time and money that there isn't
Is it weird
right
to say
now.
that I've eaten ice cream hot before?
No, because that's a thing, but, like, you know what I mean. It's like...
Yeah, I know. That's what I
you
said. It's
know,
like, is it
I'm-
gonna be
you're
weird if I
not
just
go-
say I
you're
eat
not
ice
going
cream
to
hot
compare,
before?
like, a cold scoop of ice cream to an ice hot steak and be like, well, the steak was warm.
Yeah, no,
And it's like,
definitely.
what? Yes, that's what it is.
That's what they're
the
supposed to
product
It was
be.
good
is,
for its
motherfucker.
category.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. And it's like, I love Destiny, but it was also, you could tell, it was been dying for years. And I'd rather Bungie be down to just Marathon and let that cook for a bit. It's, ironically, one of PlayStation's more successful live services, despite not being a huge, massive success. Like, it's still one of the few successes. So we'll see what happens with it in the end. Like, yeah, Sony's closed some studios before where it's like, why the fuck did you do this? No publisher, no conglomerate is ever perfect. But just from, like, the view I see as a consumer, but someone also that, like, definitely studies up on this industry way more than the average fucking Joe Schmo, I definitely would feel safer under Sony than Xbox. At pretty much every point in
Yeah.
my lifespan, honestly.
Excuse me.
Like, simply because Xbox has shipped infinitely less games and closed way more studios. Like, if
Yeah.
I had to pick one, if I'm those studios at Xbox, if I'm Double Fine, I'm trying to get Sony's attention. Ninja Theory, I'm trying, no one else is going to take you. Who else is there? EA? You're dead in the water immediately there.
Right.
That's no better than Xbox, that's probably worse. What are you going to do? Go to Epic? Maybe you got some life there if they want it, but then you're tied to Epic Game Store exclusivity, which is bad for you, which is bad for Epic, which means you're gonna just have losses. Self-publish depends on, can you do it? Can you reasonably
Right.
do it? If
Yeah.
you can't,
That's
like,
a whole other
genuinely,
challenge.
It's a
like,
whole other.
if you genuinely can't do it, you need to not do it, and you need to just
Yep.
go under someone, or you need to switch professions.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reality, and
It
of
is
the
a sad
two,
reality.
like, Nintendo can't really, because then you're stuck to just Nintendo stuff. Nintendo doesn't want these people anyway. Honestly,
That's a whole other ball game all on its own too.
you're probably
Mhm.
looking at Sony as the only real name in town that's possibly going to pick up any of those studios.
Yeah. Which
The
I
days-
used to be like a huge Xbox fan for
Mhm.
most of my life. I have been on Xbox platforms for more of my life than PlayStation, but just within the last few years that I've been on PlayStation, I'm not gonna say they're doing like groundbreaking stuff that changes the game entirely, but I feel like the things that they are doing, they're doing it right because they are taking their time and like thinking things
Well,
through,
I
which
mean,
has been
if you
very
think
important.
about, if you just look at metrics, like, Sony just kind of crushes them every year in the console wars, air quotes, and even the era
Yeah.
of COVID ultimately was in Sony's favor. Like, Sony, think of the consoles and think of what sells them was exclusivity. So when you started
Yep.
shedding exclusivity, that didn't really help Xbox. and it didn't
Mhm.
hurt Sony. They just aren't
Mhm.
like, Sony is still committed to, like, multiplayer stuff is gonna be multi-platform, PC and that,
Yep.
but their single player story will just stay to console for now because they
Yep.
didn't see much of a profit over there. But, like, when you think about, like, studios and, like, like God of War, right? Like, think about
Mhm.
Santa Monica, Naughty Dog, like, Gorilla, like, Insomniac, like, there is, like, PlayStation has the studios even when they've closed some that they shouldn't have, Blue Point. Like,
Mhm.
Xbox, like, 1 year literally shut down studios and canceled more games than they shipped in the last 3, and they want you to buy
Yep.
their console, and I'm like, "No." So, yeah, like, the only reason I'm gonna be able to play Fable is because it's gonna be on PlayStation. I won't be able to
Yep.
play Gears of War E-Day now because it's gonna be console and PC only, like Xbox and PC only. So now I
Mhm.
won't get to play it, which sucks because I love it. I love Gears, but like, yeah, it's a wacky time. We're just kind of watching shit change and see where it goes.
Yeah. What a
Vaughn, did you have?
weird
Yeah.
position to be in,
Oh my
honestly.
god, it's.
Watching all this stuff happen and having your own hopes and dreams for what's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen, but
Yeah.
also
Oh
just
yeah.
not knowing where it's going to go. It's
Like
everything feels like it's up in the air.
I
It's
I
not just
did
like one
see
thing.
2 more tidbits of news. I don't have in my notes, but I remember seeing them. Strike people on strike at Quantic Dream are stating that like the Star Wars like Eclipse game they're working on cannot be finished if Quantic Dream lays off the 147 people that were working on the ill-conceived like MOBA
Oof.
Quantic Dream was doing for some fucking reason. And so those people have not been working for a month, and everyone working on Eclipse currently on strike is saying that like this game cannot fucking be finished without those
Mm,
147 people. So that may never exist. Quantic Dream also is like always under lawsuits. That could be like dissolved at any goddamn point. And
mhm.
what else was it? Oh God, what was it? It was another thing, and I just like forgot it immediately. Oh, the Marvel game with Captain America and
Oh
the
yeah,
story
like
one that's been put
1943 or
delayed.
something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
been delayed and pushed back. I believe it's Amy Hennig's like studio is doing it, right?
No idea. I have not been
I
keeping
think the
track of
studio
that one in
doing it
particular.
is on the smaller side, so it's being pushed back. Also, so we're seeing a lot of things being pushed back. I'm much more a fan of nope, push the release date back. And the last thing is Phantom Blade Zero, which continues to look fucking incredible, has pushed its release date back. Because they were like, you know what? We've realized we could make this like way better with just a couple more extra months, and it looks so good already. And I'm like, okay, guys. And then other than that, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else news wise I have.
Oh, there's
Vaughn,
new
did you
stuff that
have
I can
anything?
talk about if you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
me
I was
to.
yeah, absolutely. That was the end of my
Okay.
list. So what do you got?
So we're getting the Cuphead sequel as announced by
Oh, was
Studio
that?
MDHR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
that,
did not see that.
and
I'm not like a
a
huge platformer person, so that's not in my purview.
yeah, and the small little cool thing I guess that they announced as well as a teaser is they're actually doing a retro action platformer. Um And what's cool about that is that they basically kind of developed it as if they were developing like a Sega Saturn game per se, or
Okay.
like one of those yeah, like in the same like sort of like engine that you would be able to like use Sega Saturn games. And the thing about it is that if you have like that old console, you could play this game on that console. Like that's
Uh-huh.
how it's so weird, but I think that's really cool. I think that's like something that's like, you know what? Fair. If you could pull that off, do it. Like that's cool. I think that's really cool.
That
Um
is an interesting like way to describe the thing they're making.
I let me see what it's called Mighty Cuphead Adventure.
Oh, it's another Cuphead. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
8-bit
okay.
one.
Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
is that the new game they're making?
No, that's not the
Oh,
new
okay,
that's not
okay,
the
okay.
sequel. It's just a little like side project that they did.
Oh, okay. What? Tell me about the sequel because I didn't hear about this at all.
They didn't mention that much. It just said that we're in development, it's early stages, but we are doing a sequel.
Got you.
So the only thing that they did was that they did show this little side project that they did. That's a bit more more advanced in development and something that's much like coming out a lot sooner than the sequel. But they just announced that there's going to be a sequel to Cuphead.
Okay.
Interesting. Alien Isolation 2 is a game that's coming out.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. The guy Fumito Ueda, the guy who did Shadow of the Colossus, is making Gen Atlas.
I did see
like
that.
Shadow Colossus, but mechs is the best way I can say about that. Then
pretty. Looks very pretty.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. I already mentioned about like Ueda.
Is that real? Is that like I feel like every teaser for that has been like a thing that like is the most nothing thing ever, and it just like re-announces the game. I've seen like 2 short videos where it's like an alleyway and then a sound, The Last Ronin, and then like this one was kind of the same, and I'm like, have we even seen the motherfucking guy? like
you only
have
get
you
these
seen
10
any
seconds.
weapons? I'm like, I don't believe this is real yet. You keep saying it's real, but you're doing what Deep Down did, where you're giving me like a little. Actually, you're doing less than Deep Down did, if I'm being honest. And I'm like, we have not seen even like a second of a character. It's just like an alleyway and a sound, and I'm like, all right, stop talking about it. If you have nothing to show me,
nothingness, and you can rearrange it in any order you want, but it's still 10 seconds of nothing.
It's annoying me because I'm like, I would be interested if you had a game to show me.
This is the funny thing. This is being made by Platinum Games.
Oh, that's
and the thing is that Platinum Games have had a game where they had gameplay and then got canceled. If you remember Scalebound, that was supposed to be coming for the Xbox One, I believe, and then that got canceled. So even if you see gameplay from this game, maybe hold your breath because
hey, well, I just said it's not. I just said it's not. You said Platinum, and I said, oh, that's not coming out then. Platinum Games doesn't get to release games they actually want to make. They get to release like one game that seemed really cool that they want to make every like 7 years, and then in between that they have like 9 shit projects that get canceled, 16 good projects that get canceled, and then they'll come out with like one game that's like kind of okay but no one really wanted it, and then like maybe they'll get to make an actual game again.
Who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
That's not coming out now.
I'm not gonna hold my breath, but we'll see on.
Dude, if next Summer Games Fest we get another 10 seconds of an alleyway and some steam and it goes The Last Ronin, I want to stop talking about it at that point. If I don't, the next time you show anything, there better be a goddamn 5-second clip of a dude getting his throat slashed. Or this game I don't believe that there's a game. I think there's just 20 seconds.
You could be holding a physical disc of the game and still think this isn't real. This is someone's imagination. This is a bit.
By that,
you could be holding the game in your hands, or it could be on your literally downloaded onto your PlayStation console, and you'll be like, "This is a bit. This isn't real."
This is fucking like every time somebody's like, F-Zero's coming back, and I'm like, no, it's not. Shut up. Why do you lie to you? Why do you hurt yourself like this? Are you a masochist? Why do you do this to yourself?
There are
easier ways to get off from the pain. It's not coming. And then they're like, the Metroid 4 is coming out. Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. No, it's not. And it didn't for a really long time. And then when it did, it wasn't good.
Poor Metroid. Let's see, Gundam Rogue Orbit is a Gundam. That's probably one of the more surprising things for me. I was like, oh, they're making a Gundam game. That's interesting.
I mean, they make a lot of those. Most of them aren't good, though.
It's just a lot of them are usually like multiplayer oriented. I don't know if this one is supposed to be like a story
for some reason.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is actually gonna be like a story or just another multiplayer one. So we'll see. Guild Wars 3 got announced, and that's a weird thing to announce.
Dude, Guild Wars just like steadily existing all the time is kind of like wild. I played Guild Wars 2 for a bit. I was like, this is alright. It's not blowing me away, but I was like, yeah, it's not bad. It was probably one of the more fair, like, priced things in that genre I ever played, MMOs. Where I'm like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
an
so
MMO, but, like, I buy the thing and I own it. And that's it. I don't gotta do a subscription service or buy 8 million expansions every year or whatever. So, you know, it's kind of cool to see them still just quietly doing their thing.
yeah. Saw Genesis 3v1 multiplayer game.
D-
That one for me
Who
feels
is this
weird.
for? Who
I
is
don't know.
this
That's
for?
I don't know who this is for. I
Who is
still
this
don't know.
for? Who is this for?
The way she just
It's not for the
explodes,
Dead by
like,
Daylight
busting through the
people.
door. Who is this for?
Who is this for?
No, like
Breaking
really,
through
like,
the studio doors.
Like,
Who
like,
is this for?
I am. I'm breaking through. I'm like Patrick Star. Who are you people? Except it's my face
Yes.
poorly JPEG'd onto him. It's like he's holding up like my face held up by like a paper, like, you know, one of those paper masks on the stick.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like my face. Patrick's holding it, and he's just bursting through the door. And they're like, "Soul Genesis. Who is this for? Point him out. I just want to see." Point him out in the crowd. Which of you wants this? Raise your
I want
hand.
to make this meme now.
This
Who
was
is
just
this
one of the
for?
weird announcements. It's like,
Like
another
the
Saw
Hellraiser game.
Sure,
The
I guess.
Hellraiser game. I'm
Like-
like, who is that for? The Ash vs. Evil Dead game, the Jason game, the Myers game that's coming out. That's probably just gonna be the Jason game again. And I'm
That's
just
what
like,
I'm
I'm
feeling how
looking
that's gonna
at
go.
Saul, and I'm like, who is this for? Is this even a movie franchise anymore?
It is. But the thing is that for me, it's like all these horror games are doing asymmetric stuff. It's like, oh, we'll do the Dead
Yep.
by Daylight stuff. But the
Except
thing is
yeah.
except like
Dead by
you have to
Daylight is
beat
in
Dead
itself
by
already.
Daylight to
Yeah,
do
you just
that.
like Dead by Daylight kind of already trying
Dude,
to get
it's
into
been
that
going
market
10
is almost
years.
basically
10
impossible
years.
at this point.
Do
So
you remember when Dead by Daylight came out and Evolve was around and there was all those asymmetrical multiplayer PvP games? And of all of them, only Dead by Daylight remains. Dead by Daylight was
Yup.
one of the first. And everybody
Yup.
tried to copy them, and they all died to such a
Yup.
degree that Behavior made another game called Death Garden that was the same goddamn game except sci-fi with guns, and it didn't do as good as their own game, Dead by Daylight. So they shut it the fuck down and just focused on Dead by Daylight. And now we're 10 years in. We got all the warriors, okay? Fucking Hellraiser's here. Fucking Myers is here. Jason's over here now. He moved out.
Yup.
He moved out from the other studio. He's here. Ash is here. We got fucking plague people. We got demon people. Fucking crossovers up the ass over here. It's the
Yup.
Fortnite of horror games.
Yup.
Like, if I was
Not to mention
developer.
upcoming Scooby-Doo collab.
dude, I like, I'm still miffed I don't have Predator, but I'm probably gonna get him at some point. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Like,
Took
that
10
is-
years
oh,
for Jason.
like-
I feel like Predator
like,
is just next in line.
I would sooner take on trying to step into the MMO top 3 or become the new favorite MOBA and dethrone League before I would try to make an asymmetrical horror PvP game and think I can stop Dead by Daylight.
Right.
Think
Yeah,
of the people, like, Chucky's there, right? Like, Ghostface
Yeah.
is there. Oh,
Yup.
Soul Lady is there. They're already there. Fucking Stranger Things is there and came back for another
Yup.
visit, as did Resident
Yup.
Evil. Like, everybody's there, homie. They're already there. Like, you're never catching that. It's so niche, and they're the only ones that succeeded. Like, you're never catching it. Any attempt to chase that is a fool's errand of the highest caliber. You will sooner make a successful MMO to steal the top spot of 14 or WoW. You'll sooner make a MOBA that completely shatters League. You're sooner gonna step into the ring with Call of Duty or Battlefield and beat them. You will never catch that game. Whether Dead by Daylight's good or not doesn't matter even. It's the only
Mhm.
one of them that's ever worked, and it's 10 years in, and has licenses with, like, some of the biggest names in the world. Like,
Yup.
you're fucked. It's cooked. It's over. The horror is that you keep attempting this. Who is this for? Who is
Yeah.
this for?
I don't know. What they should be doing which is
They were
something
so
that
proud of it too. They were like, Saw Genesis, and the trailer like is the most convoluted bullshit like jerk off. Look at the alright, every blood is a beginning, and I'm
you
just like,
want to
shut
know
the fuck
who's
up.
making
What
this
is
game?
this?
Do you want to know who's making
how,
the game?
Vaughn, before you tell me, how much yelling am I about to do on this show?
You're gonna do so much yelling.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna mute my mic and smoke some weed. Tell me who makes this fucking game.
Bloober Studio. Yeah.
Who is this for? Who is this for? Who? I ask thee to step forward, show thyself now to the audience. Who wants this? Hand me your money. No, I'm not letting you do it. You're not gonna, you're an addict, and this is an intervention. You do not need this. You don't want it.
I honestly think just horror games need to... Okay, I'm holding on. I'm waiting.
God, come on. I can't wait for this multiplayer game to spend 16 hours telling me people with mental illness should kill themselves. Fuck off.
Yep.
Why don't you make Silent Hill 2 again and spoil the twist of the ending by painting it in blood on the wall in Chapter 2? You fucking clowns! Don't forget your clown noses when you queue up for the lobby, kids! Fucking Jesus Christ. Bloober, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I feel like if people are gonna do horror like video game adaptations, like based on
be
like
good at it and not Bloober,
they just need to do like either something like a spin-off or something, but do it like a single player story game. Like that's probably where like the interest could lie in there.
Yo,
they just don't.
Do you remember when like horror games were single player games?
God, I remember.
Bro, do you remember that? Bro, we used to have single-player horror games that were well-crafted experiences. Sure, Grandma, let's get you back into the home so we can queue you up for Silent Hill Party Fiesta 5 for the Nintendo Squanch. Like, fuck me!
Nintendo Squanch.
Nintendo Squanch.
This is, like... I was already livid, like, who was this for? Now I'm beyond livid. I'm seething at an atomic particle level of, like,
foaming at the mouth.
Who the actual living goddamn fuck is this for? Who? I can't wait. Like, I just...
For the 3 people that enjoy Saw video games. And the thing is that it being a 3v1 means like they could never play a complete game or never.
There's not even 3 people, dude. Who are you kidding? There's not even 3 people. There's not even 3 people. You think people are salty and like toxic and DBD? You're gonna make Saw? You're gonna make the multiplayer Saw? You know who people want to be in Saw? The guy not getting killed.
Yep.
That's okay, so that's one guy. So the only role anyone's queuing up for is to be the person not being horribly tortured. Like, what kind of multiplayer do you want to be the guy that gets tortured and has to eat his own fingernails in front of his daughter's beating heart? Or do you want to be the guy that makes him do that? I don't know!
Wow. What a tough choice.
Oh, it's I don't know. It's so difficult. I don't know. I don't know whether I want to be in complete power over every other player in this multiplayer PvP game, or be utterly at their whim and just get religiously fucked over like I'm praying to the devil. Like, gee, I don't know. Like,
someone who really hates themselves and enjoys doing escape rooms on steroids might actually like that. Maybe,
I can't wait for this game to come out and Bloober Team's like, so we have an innovative mechanic, and it's where the person that's like the trap master guy, whatever the fuck they're gonna call it, the jigsaw guy, can use proxy chat to talk to people and tell them with built-in AI voice lines that because they have depression they should kill themselves. And we think that's a really compelling game mechanic. Like, fucking Bloober Team over here, the PragerU of developers.
God.
I said what I said.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I'm full of such venom and vigor right now. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad when you were like burying the lead, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's why I was
Yeah.
like, how much yelling am I about to do? And then you said blooper. I didn't even hit the bong. I didn't even hit the bong. I was so overcome with rage. Incandescent, seething rage. On an atomic level. I'm fucking... Fuck that game. Fuck that studio. That studio sucks.
Oh yeah. Very
Remember
much
when
so.
horror games were good and single player? You know what I want to play that I never got around to? I want to play Evil Within 2. It looks fun.
Ooh, Evil Within 2 is good. Evil Within 2
Yeah,
is good.
yeah, it seems pretty good. Remember when like we had like single player horror games with interesting worlds, even if they're a little convoluted and it's just fun. You just play a little game, kill a little zombie,
Just
get a little shotgun, get really excited. You've got 3 bullets, yay!
yeah.
And now it's gonna
Where
be
did those
like,
go?
here's my thesis statement where you have to put this paper clip in your eye while you think about why depression means you should die. Bloober team. Like, fuck off, kill yourselves. I fucking hate that studio. I fucking legitimately, every game they've made is about how people with mental illnesses aren't good enough to even be kept alive. That's like the plot of every Layers of Fear, and the medium is like, oh, if you're not perfectly mentally healthy, you should just kind of be isolated or put down because you're just gonna hurt yourself and everyone around you, and you're not worthy of help or love. Also, you're all alcoholics. And I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about?
It's just very weird there, you know? Very weird.
They're fucking losers. They're fucking dumbasses over there. Anything else? Any better news than that? That was depressing as fuck.
I know.
Don't tell Bloober team I'm depressed.
The only thing else I remember, Street Fighter 6 DLC
Oh, yo,
stuff coming
Tifa's
out.
coming. Tifa's coming.
Tifa.
It's a shame I don't really play fighting games. I think I haven't really been able to touch 2XKO, and I think I might have to stop even bothering, because, like, I love the game. Fighting games require such goddamn commitment that I feel like unless I'm only playing this, I probably shouldn't bother. Because, like, I just stagnate so poorly, and I'm like, I don't want to play just this. That's just not me, fam. But yo,
Yeah.
Tifa.
Yeah, Tifa.
Yeah.
That for me was the really cool thing. It was like Tifa, but then I remember Capcom, and it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Let me hit you with a double whammy though, because it's actually worse than you realize. You see, because not only is it Capcom, which is dipping a little bit more into Gen AI, but it's also because it's Tifa. It's also Squeenix, which is still dumping money into the NFT scam.
Yep.
So it's the double whammy. Do you want some
It's a double
NFTs
whammy.
in your Gen AI? Can I
the
get
biggest
some
double
NFTs?
whammy of all
Can
double
I get
whammies.
some? Can I get some lobe monkeys with different shades on them? Fucking Square Enix. Remember when Square Enix used to make games?
Yeah, I know, right?
Once upon a time.
I remember when Final Fantasy was compelling and didn't have a bunch of bloated side quests and the stories were good. Sure, Grandma, let's get you back to the home. Like, that's what's happening. That's what's happening, and I hate it. I'm not even that old, but I feel like I've lived 300 years more than people younger than me, because I'm just like, there used to be a studio called Raven. Lucas Arts used to make its own games, and they started with really good point and click games that had a lot of wacky moon logic. Sure, Grandma, let's get you to the home. And I'm like, no, this was real. You can just look it up. Bad. Oh my god. Is that it for the news? Can we move on to things we played?
There is Resident Evil. Not Resident. There was also, like you mentioned, Final Fantasy, 7 coming out. But then, like you said, with Square Enix also doing Gen AI stuff. I don't know if like I'll be able to pick that one up as well. We'll see as well how things go on that one. But that might be also one of those where it's like, well, I'm gonna have to skip on it till later. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. As for other stuff, so that was the Summer Game Fest. Xbox had their own stuff.
Where they announced a bunch of studios that are gonna close.
Yeah. I mean, like we said, they announced the Senua.
Dude, it was like it was their big moment of the whole thing.
Yeah, and then the fuck.
And then the Gears of War, and then they were like, back to
Yeah.
exclusives. Also, we're just gonna close that studio.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. So Metro 2039 got shown a bit more this time
Mm.
around. It was already announced, but they showed more.
It didn't really show much more, nothing to really sink your teeth into.
Yeah.
It still can't tell if the game's linear or open world.
It kind of felt linear, but we'll see.
It
We'll
felt
definitely
more
see.
linear,
But I'm still
like you
I
could
am
just be walking in a hallway in an open world
Yeah,
area. That's
exactly.
like
We'll see. But I'm so
we'll
excited.
have to
I'm so
see.
excited.
I'm still excited because I do like those games.
New Spyro game. That is
Yeah.
something I did not expect
Yeah,
at all.
I didn't see that coming back ever. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
I'm so glad that Toys for Bob's is getting to do shit like that.
Yeah, that's one of the few golden moments where I'm like, hell yeah. Dude, I
Oh, yeah,
remember
let's
playing
go.
Dude, I played the fuck out of the original, like, Spyro and Crash trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. I played a lot of those games back when I was good at platformers in my youth.
Back in my day.
I was just saying that in my head.
Back in my day. That's true. Back in my day, you know, we only had like 12 games a year, and live service didn't exist, and nobody was telling me I should kill them. Well, that's not true. But like,
No. That still happened. That still happened.
That still happened, but it was people, not the developers of the games I was playing to escape the people.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
I can't wait for Bloober Team to make a platformer where the message is kill yourself if you have bad mental health. Incredible.
I know, right?
Wow.
What was it? So they showed more Clockwork Revolution. I'm interested in that game, but we'll see how it goes.
I don't. Something about that game, like, is very off-putting to me every time I see it.
It is weird. I'll give you that. I just don't know.
I can't pinpoint it. I see it and I'm like, okay.
It's just
does it remind you too much of like a very like watered down like Outer Worlds or Obsidian thing? Is that why?
I think it's giving me like knockoff BioShock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I can see
BioShock,
that.
but like it's not BioShock. So I'm like,
yeah.
Which means it's not System Shock, which means I don't want it. Shout out to that article. Did you catch that article like 6 months ago where like the CEO of, I think it's like Take-Two or whatever is just like, I'm really sad that BioShock 4 isn't ready yet. And I was like, that's a thing? That's happening? What do you mean isn't ready yet? Homie, this is the first I've heard you talk about it. He's like, I really was hoping it would be out. I was like, bro, what? What do you mean? They're working on that? That's a thing? I thought what's his name was doing the Judas thing, which is just BioShock.
Yeah.
Just System Shock. But like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. You could entice me with things that like you could put in the to do like the meme or put in the trap to get me to come in with the box and the string. Things that get Stella, like insert that Drake meme, even though Drake's a piece of fucking garbage. But like insert that meme. Things that don't get me, Bluebird Team. Things that do, BioShock 4. Let's go back to when it was underwater. You guys kind of got a little like extra.
I got a little weird when we went up in the sky. Maybe the lack of oxygen up there. Maybe something happened.
You know what? Why don't we just go deep underground and do like a mole people thing under the city?
Oh my god, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, right. Yo, what if?
Yeah.
What if there was, there's bio. What is the water city called? What the fuck is the city called?
Rapture?
Rapture. There it is. Rapture. What if like there was a secret city underneath Rapture at the bottom of the ocean below the rock bed?
Damn.
Bigger Rapture.
Bigger Rapture.
Rapture Part 2 Electric
It's like Jaws, bigger Jaws. Remember that? Shout out to that Jaws movie. I think it's like Jaws 4 or 5, where like the plot is the shark wants revenge and understands the concept of revenge.
Yeah.
This is the son of that guy that stopped me from eating people 40 years ago. I'm gonna get him. Like, I love the idea of like the plot of this movie is the shark intimately understands the concept of revenge and excels at executing on the concept of revenge.
Evolutionary.
Bigger Rapture is definitely a possibility.
I just imagine like Rapture 2.0, but in the way that that Peggle guy announced Peggle 2. Rapture 2!
Incredible. Incredible stuff. As
Incredible.
always.
Sorry. So more stuff. Persona 4 Revival, we already have that announced, but like
When's
I
Persona
think
6?
that's something that did get announced, Persona 6, but
What was the color palette?
literally
What was
just teaser.
did they give us the color palette reveal?
Funny enough, it was very green, but I don't know if that's the we're sticking with green.
Yo, green, 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 green,
The
green
weird thing about
Persona.
it is that it was also showing very horror stuff, like a very horror
Okay,
theme.
yeah. Now
So
let
I
me
don't know. We will see.
Atlas. Do you like money? I know that you struggle with the concept of making money. Atlas, you're a weird studio who really makes really good games, but doesn't understand that people want to buy those games. Atlas, would you like to like? What if, what if protag girl? What if protag girl and I romance girls?
See, the funny thing is that technically they did do that once, and that
When?
was in Persona 3, but on the PSP version. You would actually get to play as a girl.
Dude,
No
if Persona
romancing because
6, if a mainline Persona comes out and was like, you can play as a girl and romance the girls, pre-ordered immediately. And I will platinum that game because I will get with every single girl in each of my runs. And yeah, I would love that. Even though I've never beaten a Persona game. I've played a lot of 5 and I played a lot of 3 remaster. I need to finish them. They're just really long. And then I put them down, and then when I pick them back up, I don't know what's happening, and I always have to start over. But I love those games. They're really good games. Turn-based JRPGs, they're just better. It's true. It's true. It's
What's
true.
called? So we'll see more about Persona 6, I guess, eventually.
Yay!
And I think Valor, they did show more Valor Mortis, but I also got to play the demo of that one as well.
Did you?
So
Oh, because I know we're coming up on what we played. Did you by any
yeah,
chance
so
happen to play the Mortal? Is it Mortal Shell
no,
2
I have
demo?
not.
Because I can't. Because on my PC, no way. I really liked Mortal Shell 1, but I wanted more. I thought it was too small and it didn't have enough depth. But I'm like, if you like do this again, but bigger with more, and you get more time to like really cook on this could be incredible. I love the mechanic of it. I just like wanted it to be more. I wanted more of this game. So I'm really interested to hear about 2.
What I can do is remind me again, and I will try to download the demo for it and play
Okay.
it and try it out and see
Okay.
how it is. But I'll get to Valor Mortis once we talk about stuff that we played. But I
Got
did
you.
get to play the demo. And then PC gaming was on the weekend as well. And
I like that you watched like all the other
Mm.
stuff, or at least got some info, and I caught the Jeff Keighley Cult Fest, and then
yeah,
I didn't watch anything else. But to be fair, I had an ear infection and a tooth infection at the same time.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I was kind of dying.
Just a little bit. It's fine.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I just
For PC gaming, funny enough, there wasn't so much announced there that I was looking forward to. There was only one in particular that I was like, oh, that's the game I play. So, what's it called? Abiotic Factor is getting its story DLC later this year. And I'm excited for that. I'm literally have been playing a Bot Factor and even decided to do something stupid, but all so that way when I play the DLC, I'll be better equipped. In the game, you can revert your character's kind of like skills and points and whatnot to kind of
Ooh.
rearrange them back into whatever you want them to be. But the thing is that I was mostly maxed out on my character, so now I'm having to do the grind again. So as I wait for that DLC to come out, I'm doing the grind and then get ready for proper Abiotic Factor when it comes out. But I
I do
like the
remember
DLC because it
you.
looks like it's supposed to be like tropical, so like it looks like we're on
I
like
think I
islands
saw
and
this
whatnot.
vaguely. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
we talked a lot about this. And it's definitely not a me game at all, but I remember
Yeah.
it's in the genre and zeitgeist of your normal wheelhouse. But I remember you talking about this like it stood out exceptionally compared to everything in that kind of zeitgeist you played, which says a lot because you play a lot of those kinds of games.
Yes. So I was like when I saw it, because they were, even the team deep dive was like, hey, we're announcing something here, look forward to it. And I saw the trailer, I was like, oh cool, so we're doing island stuff, uh more types of creatures, or at least like different species of that creature. And like we're also like going into a lab, and like gravity looks wonky as well. We'll see how that goes. But the big thing that was interesting is the very last 5-second teaser of that trailer, where it looks like we're in the flesh dimension. I'm like, oh cool, we get to go to the flesh dimension.
The flesh. Okay. The flesh.
dimension.
So the flesh dimension is just like part of my brainwaves when I look at women.
Oh, okay, I see.
Uh,
Yeah. Uh, and in the game, the flesh dimension is where one of like the creatures that we get to see like comes out, and it's like this
Hmm.
weird
Flesh
tentacly looking
thing.
creature, and
It's
like
like a
we
flesh
actually, yeah,
thing.
flesh thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
So
weird if it
we'll
came out of
finally
the
get to
flesh
go to
dimension and
their
was
home
made of
world
only
and
bones.
experience all the horrors that are within the flesh dimension. So that'll be fun.
What if it
Uh,
come if like the real boss from the flesh dimension is a thing that's purely bones, and when you ask like, "Yo, why don't you have any flesh?" He's like, "Well, I leave all that at home."
I leave it all at home. It's all around me, you know. This is actually, this is it. All this is my flesh. This is my skeleton. Uh,
Maybe the friends were the flesh we met along the way.
How dare you?
I'm not gonna write that down for a title simply because I'm pretty sure we already have an episode called "Maybe the Gods Were the Mushrooms We Ate All
yes.
Along."
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can
uh,
tell I really like that bit. It's a
yeah,
good
you
bit.
like the bit.
It's a good bit. Give me
It's a
next
good bit.
episode. It's possible that bit's gonna come back up.
Let's
If
see.
I
Oh,
can
something.
vaguely make that bit, I'm probably making that bit.
I know you
Valid.
are. I know you will. So something else I got announced that at first when I saw it, I was like, I don't know about this.
Oh
I'm
boy,
not sure.
okay.
But then there was a demo of it, and I
Mhm,
played
mhm,
it, and I put
mhm.
15 hours into the demo already, and like the
Shroom and
demo's only
Gloom.
supposed to be 1 or 2 hours, so I'm
Shroom
already.
and Gloom. I have the demo installed.
Yes,
I haven't gotten to it.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
That's
talk to
the
me about
one.
it.
I am fucking excited for that
It
game. You have
looks
no
like I
idea.
you know me, I'm not a big card like deck game person, like card battler. I always struggle to like get into them long term. Um I don't know, gameplay wise it's just not compelling to me. I played a bit of that like Cthulhu one for longer than I played any of them. The only one still is Shards of Order. Is the one where I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
this is the one. But I haven't touched the Shroom and Gloom, so maybe it'll win me over. Like, I want Shards of Order to come out so I can play it already. Like,
I don't know if, like, knowing you, I don't know if it will. I'd say still give it a shot, but
I
I
definitely
really
want to
like the
try it.
aesthetic, and I kind of
I
like the mechanics that they were
I did
implementing, because it's not something
some of the
that we
mechanics seemed
normally.
really interesting to me, and I was like, I do want to give this a shot and see if it
Yeah.
clicks enough for me because like
Hmm.
card battling as a system is never gonna be the strong selling point to me. So somewhere
Yeah.
along the way, like with Shards of Order, it was holy fuck, the sound design, the art design, the RPG stat building and unlocking your deck unlocks new cards and you're choosing what each character's individual deck is and the time management mechanic and the weird lore going on all won me over the fact that it's a card battler, which usually is a no for me. So it
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
happen. It's just so
Yeah. Yeah.
far it's only been the one, and I definitely want to try this out because I think visually it's very appealing. It's
Yes,
Devolver
that's the
Publishing,
thing that
right?
got me. Like the visuals were like, whoa, striking.
It's Devolver, right? Publishing this.
Yes,
Yeah,
Devolver is publishing this one. Yeah.
Devolver typically has a pretty high track record with me, and even for like games where I'm like, I don't know if that's for me, and then like I'll be like vaguely interest peaked, and then see the name Devolver, and suddenly I'm more on board. Devolver is incredible. Love Devolver. So
Yeah.
I definitely do want to play because a lot of the mechanics sounded really interesting, like the eating the mushrooms. I was like, oh, this is weird. It's kind of
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah. Like I
And
said, I'll talk
considering
about it
I am
when
a
I play.
co-host of a podcast that has a fucking episode title called Maybe the Gods Were the Mushrooms We Ate Along All the Way, if anyone should play the mushroom eating game, it's this bitch. Also, or
Maybe the
IRL,
mushrooms are the gods that we ate along the way.
maybe. Also, fun fact: mushrooms, delicious. Actually, delicious. Love me some mushrooms. Stuffed mushrooms, mushrooms with my steak, mushrooms with mashed potatoes, just a plate of mushrooms with some gravy, banger. Burger, there better be mushrooms on that. Philly cheesesteak, there better be fucking mushrooms on that. Mushroom is great. They'll also kill you if they are out of overs, but don't worry about that when it comes.
Yeah, no, like I said, I can talk more about it once it's
Mhm.
the game, like
I
when we
will
talk about what
definitely
we've been
try the
playing.
demo, so at the very least we could talk about it then, when I
Mhm.
played it, if it's still up.
Yeah, it should still be up.
Okay. Is there any more news before we move on? Because I will want to do a pause to hit the bathroom before we get into what we
Yeah.
played.
I think most of the other stuff for PC gaming was Thief the Dark Project Remastered got announced. That's kind of neat. Um it it's one of those, like, this is an old game that people like, and it's being done by Night Dive Studios still again. So, yeah, Night Dive.
Mm.
So, knowing them, they're going to do I feel they're going to do a really good job at remastering it and being able to play, like, on modern consoles and stuff like that, with adding quality of life stuff. So, I look forward to it. Particularly
I
for
mean,
me.
I tried that Thief, like the newer one that came out. It was like okay, but like when you played it, you could see just moments where I'm like, it's okay at best. But there's a
Mhm.
timeline where this was like Dishonored level success. There,
Yes,
there,
yes.
there,
You can
there's
even see
there is a
the
very
where
real
Dishonored got.
possibility
It's
of like, Thief could definitely make a strong comeback if it was done right. And with like new game, like you could do it. Dishonored proved that people fucking love games like that still, but
yeah.
you gotta slam dunk it. You can't like.
Mhm.
I think the newer Thief's problem played it too safe. Played it didn't like not bold enough.
Mm,
You're too scared.
yeah.
You're too scared to commit to what the vision for this really was, and you kind of half watered it. You didn't want to go too far from old Thief, but you wanted new Thief, and it's like no, 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 no. You should have committed. You should have fucking committed, and I think it would have been incredible. Like,
Yeah.
if we ever get like, you ever want to hear me mark the fuck out? Give me Dishonored 3. Like, Jesus Christ, I miss Dishonored so much. Dishonored's so good. Maybe I should just stream
Dishonored is
playing
very
Dishonored
good.
again. Should I just stream Dishonored again? And
If
just
you
play
want
through all
to.
of Dishonored?
I
Fucking love
I
Dishonored.
there was a point where I was playing Dishonored 2 and I was trying to play through Emily's side of things because I
I
hadn't
love
really
her
done a
so
full
much.
run through of it, but then I kind of stopped, so I have to go
I've
back.
only done through Emily, and I did the like, dude. Whoo! I killed so many people.
So many people must
I
die.
I I had my list of names, and I left a trail of corpses, headed to one from the other, as far as the eyes and kingdoms of men can see. I turned into a shadow monster and ripped a dude apart by limbs, and it was really hot.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I didn't know I was a lesbian back then, surprisingly. But I really
I
like that part where Emily stabs that dude in his throat and then turns into a shadow monster and rips him apart and laughs. That part was really exciting for me.
Damn, I wonder it's like I wonder why, and then
Yeah.
realization several
I'm
years
like,
later.
I gotta
That
like,
makes sense.
I gotta like fan myself thinking about that. I love I just love the way she turns into a shadow monster and rips men apart. It's incredibly attractive. Again, I'm not trying to fix her. I'm just helping her hide the bodies.
Oh yeah, no, I know you would definitely not try to fix her. So,
There's nothing to fix, Vaughn.
yeah.
She's the
Not saying
rightful
there
heir of the
is.
empire. She took out all of her enemies who, like,
Mm.
tried to kill her twice, once as a child and now as a young adult, and killed her, like, surrogate father or whatever. And so she killed all them, hunted them like the scumbags they are, left a trail of corpses between them as a visual indicator of what happens should you so cross the motherfucking queen. There's nothing to fix.
Nothing to fix.
Jinx never did no crimes not certain. Nope.
Mm.
Jinx never did nothing wrong. And in war, everybody's doing war crimes. The only people who aren't are the people who win the war and get to write the history.
The history.
That's true. It's true. It's
It's
true.
true. It's true.
All of it.
It's true. It's true.
It's
All
true. All of it.
of it.
What is it, like that 10-minute, have you seen that? Fucking, it's, what's his name? He was Riker on, Star Trek, and then he hosted that,
Jonathan
like, Mr.
Frakes?
Yeah, the, like, 20-minute YouTube of Jonathan Frakes just saying,
Yes.
no.
No.
No. No.
We
No.
made it up.
No.
It's fake.
Have you seen the one where you watch it, but it's slowed to a certain amount, and it just sounds like a drunk guy who won't leave you alone at a bar? Have you ever?
No, I've
have
not
you
seen
seen this? You haven't seen this? Hold on, I will
No.
send this to
Sounds
both of you.
hysterical.
I will send this to both of you after the show. It is like 15 minutes of hard edits and cuts from across that show, and it's deliberately slowed down. So, like, he's like, have you ever, and when you had the bed, and then sometimes a dinosaur, but was it true? No. It's incredible.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, it's something that, like, every time I watch it, I can't get through the whole thing, whether I'm high or sober, because I'm just, like, in tears, wheezing on the floor.
I was just
afterward.
about to say I will watch this with you after the podcast if you want, and we'll both.
Oh
get
my
lit
god,
as
yes,
fuck.
absolutely. Absolutely. It's so good.
'Cause
It's so good.
I'm
He's
only
like,
mildly
have you
toasted
ever,
now, and
like,
the way you're
seen
describing
if you
that
like
has me
with a
smiling
dinosaur,
so hard.
but
my
is it
face
true?
hurts.
Nah, they're on the table, and then they left. it's so fucking incredible.
God.
I'm already
Funny as
smiling
fuck.
so hard that my face hurts, so I can only imagine how much that's
You're
gonna put me in
we're
stitches
gonna have to
later.
pause because it breaks me every time. It's breaking me a little bit just thinking about it. It's so good. Shout out to Jonathan Frakes.
Jonathan Frakes is the best.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
guess before we go quickly, just one last thing. El Paso Elsewhere 2. It's a sequel. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. We can go break it out. We can go break it out.
All right. I'm gonna pause. Bathroom. All
Welcome
right. 2 hours of news. Some good, some bad, some hot takes were made. 8 potential titles already, by the way. And now it's time to talk about what we've been up to this month. Vaughn, do you want to go first? Lizzie, do you want to go first?
I was gonna say, as an autistic and ADHD person that only plays a few things, it should come as no surprise when I say that I've been playing basically the same 2 things that I always do every year.
I only play one of those. That's not true. You've played other actual games for quite a bit since the last time you were. Yeah, since the last time you were on this show, a significant amount actually. Like there was an era of several months. Think about it. Yes, you have. You were not really fucking with like 7 Days to Die at all last time you were on the show. In between last June and this June, there was a period where you were playing a lot of another game. That's the beautiful part. You're on once a year, so there's almost always something to talk about. Talk to me about
even
Overwatch,
for
though,
like
if you
an
want.
entire year though, I'm still playing like a quarter of the games y'all play probably within like just a couple months.
I mean, that's fine. There's no like big pressure to.
No, but that's why I was kind of like offering to go first because I was like, that'll be the easiest. I play the same 2 things.
Yeah, I mean, who could have predicted that? I only play one of those things now, so talk to me about the games.
I'm actually not playing Overwatch as much right now because the new season.
Blasphemy.
It's because when the new season starts, especially with a new character, and when quick play starts to feel too much like comp, it gets to a point where it's not that it's unenjoyable, but I'm not having as much fun as I'm hoping to. And like if I'm not having fun, I don't want to fucking play. That's my whole reason for playing games.
That's literally how you that's good point. Yeah.
Which I don't understand how people can be in quick play and like bitching at people to make plays like it's comp, and I'm like, you're obviously not having fun. You need to get the fuck off the game. Thank you. God.
Yeah. I'm retired from Overwatch permanently these days.
I do like the new characters. When Sierra was first released, I was like, I actually really hated her, but she just got nerfed, and I was actually really happy for that. Other new character, she's like
hot. She's hot.
I hate
Well,
that
yeah, that
fucker.
is
I'm glad that they
for
got
damn sure.
nerfed.
She's
Um,
so hot. She's so hot.
Shion is so cool. I really,
She's
really like
so
her. She's
hot.
got really good mobility. I haven't played her a lot myself, but one of my friends that plays her a lot has gotten play of the game with her so many times when we play together. It's it I feel like she's gonna get nerfed, but whether or not that's gonna affect her level of fun to play, I don't know. Because like I said, I don't have that much data personally myself, but
Mhm.
I like watching people play her, and I like pocketing the person who will play her, but like I don't have a lot of firsthand experience as her, but I think they're really, really good. I don't know necessarily if they need desperately like a balance. But I feel like they'll probably get tweaked anyway because I feel like most
Probably.
characters do after the first patch of after, you know, their
Usually. That's
release.
kind of how it
Yeah.
is in any kind of hero related thing. Is like you got to be available
Yep.
to like tweak stuff because inevitably something gets busted.
Yep. But as far as like the actual people in the game, oh my god, people crying about you not playing the game how they want you to play in quick
Oh
play when
man.
that's most
I've
people's practice. I'm like, just fucking go to comp.
I've heard
Crazy.
that that tends to be also an issue. Correct me if I'm wrong. In Dead by Daylight, where apparently people need you to play a specific way when you're either like the killer or something like that. Otherwise,
Oh yeah,
you get
like
griefed
yep.
because of it.
Yep, that happens a fair amount as well. And like there's a
Mm.
difference between someone being new and making like mistakes versus someone going out of their way to like throw the match to try and end it
Oh
early.
yeah. Yeah.
Two
100%.
entirely different things. And
And I feel
someone would
like
rather throw
people
your
might
game to ruin
yeah.
it for you than disconnect and like you get a bot just because
I
they don't want the
fucking
DC
hate those
penalty.
people so much.
Yeah,
It's just like
same.
you are such a profound, significant level of scumbag that you probably could win an election for president.
I,
Both of the games that I play, of course, DBD and Overwatch, they both have anniversary events this year. Overwatch has already passed, and a lot of people felt like it was very lackluster, which, you know, I kind of tend to agree with. I don't usually put like a ton of money into the game, but I feel like there have been other events
Sorry.
where there were more plentiful loot boxes, or there at least felt like more rewards. I'm not as upset as some people were for the event
You
related
not
stuff,
as
but
upset as some people? Really?
I still kind of wish they did more. And like I was a little bit disappointed, but I'm not gonna throw a fit about it. Do I wish they did more? Yes. And then
I'm
like
gonna I'm
the
gonna throw a fit
thing with
about it.
the the thing with the DBD event now, I haven't played the event mode too
It's so
much, but
good.
when I first loaded it up and it's telling you all this new information about how the event is gonna go, I have to be completely fucking honest with you. As an ADHD person, like the moment that something is more than a paragraph for me to understand about a
Mm,
mode, I'm not reading all that. My brain sees that and is just like, don't care.
yeah.
I did not open up the game to read a light novel. I just want to play my fucking game.
Yeah.
very
So
fair.
like reading
I
even though
mean,
I've played this for so long, reading things like doctors add-ons because they're so long, I still don't know what a lot of them do just because I literally don't read them because I see that my eyes just glaze over when it's like more
I
than a
totally
couple
get you, especially
sentences.
with that. Like I was able to read like the game stuff of the new thing just because like I'll
Yeah.
read it once just to get the cursory thing, but
Yep.
ultimately that's just baseline cursory information and that I want
Mhm.
it real quick, and then I'm gonna go into the game and see how it plays. But like the
Yep.
doctor shit, that's too much for me to ever like read it all. It's like why I never read
To me,
fucking
it was the
patch
same
notes,
thing for like
and
both. If
they'd
I
be
see more than two sentences to explain what
yeah.
the fuck I'm supposed to do, I'm losing attention span by the time I'm halfway through.
That's
No, thank
that's
you.
crazy because I feel like I play a lot of games where there's probably like, yeah, that's a paragraph of information. Reading it is helpful, but ultimately your real knowledge from this will come from practice. practical application. But like, you know, I'm gonna read the 2 sentences for the ability. I'll read a paragraph for an ability. That's 4 sentences. I'm not reading the thesis statement that is Doctor's add-ons in that small ass text.
Exactly. For me, it's the same energy for both. But I will say, as far as what I know from what I've played, first of all, I wish they had done like a last masquerade for like the 10th year. But
Really?
introducing something new on the 10th
They
year,
did
that's kind
do
of
a
cool.
last masquerade. They just did it on the 9th year.
Yeah, but I wish it was on the 10th. But that's just me. As far as what I have seen and read, because I am a Survivor main, but I have a lot of like I have a lot of curiosity about seeing the other side just because I don't play that side a lot. I like to see a lot of what people are saying, you know, what they feel is fair and unfair because I like to be informed and unbiased as possible when it comes to things like that because like if I know I'm only playing one side, I'm only going to see my side, but I really want to know what other people's experiences are. So I read like a ton of like Reddit forums just browsing through like DBD stuff. So when like a new event comes up, I'll usually see what people like and dislike. And from what I've understood and seen, a lot of killer players are not liking the event because it feels like there's not enough balance and RNG to give reward to the killer side. So this is another reason why I was bringing up the masquerade thing. A lot of people are saying that they preferred the masquerade because there seemed to be at least a little bit more variability to have luck on either side. I've seen a lot of people
Okay,
think
so
that
I'm gonna
Survivor
tell.
side
I
is
have a bold statement for that then, as
yeah.
somebody that plays both roles of this game, and I still consider myself a killer main.
Yeah.
If you think the masquerade gave you like better benefits, like more viability in the event than this as a killer, I have some very crucial advice for you as a killer main. Get good, scrub. Get fucking good. It's never been easier. It's never been easier to run them all down and not even let them get a gen. You just, you know, have to play
That
the
was literally
fucking
my
game.
first game. When I first tried that mode, my first game went like that and I was like,
I have,
okay, if that's setting the tone for how it's going to be, holy
I,
shit, this is going to be
I,
rough.
I have clowned on lobbies of Prestige 100 survivors as killer in this mode. Like, laughably ate them alive like it's my fucking job. On killers that, like, I did it on Dredge. I did it on Huntress. I did it on Nurse in the fucking, like, Hawkins laboratory map. I'm just like, no, if you think this mode is, like, not really viable at all for killers and you think it's super survivor heavy, you're either really bad or you don't understand. It's so easy. It's so fun. Like, that poison is a death sentence for survivors. Throw the fucking bottle at them. Like, are you kidding me? Do you know how many times I've. Oh, you all 4 on this gen? Okay. Throw the bottle. Oh, I got all of you? Okay, I'm guaranteed downing 2 people. Maybe 3. I've gotten 4 hooks off that once. Hit 4 people with 1 poison, got them all down, put them all on hooks. Game was over. Game was over. It took me 5 minutes. Like, yeah, it can still be survivor heavy. Don't get me wrong. Some of those benefits are huge.
Yeah.
Like, but utilize the fucking game mechanics. Like, the portals are.
Yeah.
Every benefit on portals is a benefit for everyone. Like, a lot of the best stuff is just across the board benefit. And if you, like, coming, like, I think killers are just bad. I think they're just bad. I think they're just bad at the fucking game. I think they're bad, and I'll tell you why I think they're bad. Because they don't play enough Survivor. That's me. I was already a good killer. I became a
Usually
great
one
killer by
person will
playing
play
Survivor.
one mode way more than the other, and you're gonna be
Sure.
a better
Sure.
rounded player if you play both. Point
Yeah,
blank
100%.
period. That's for any
Like,
game.
that's what happened to me. I was better at killer, always. Now I'm still better at killer, except now I'll just eat you alive if you disrespect me even once. Oh, like, I've had matches, including in this event and in every other
Mhm.
event and in Masquerade, where I've gotten stomped and then I've done
Mhm.
stomping. But a lot of
Mhm.
matches that have turned in my favor are because it's like, okay, I'm struggling. This person's really good at what they're doing in the chase here.
Right.
And then they start feeling cocky. And then one moment of disrespect, and I see it and I play it, and it's over. It's
Mhm.
over. Like, I have turned tables on games and been like, don't ever fucking disrespect me like this. I will break you down. Like, it's so not like that poison. If you like go to eat a morsel, because like remember,
Mhm.
survivors have no idea that's poisoned, by the way. There's no way to fucking
Mhm.
tell. There is
Yeah.
no indication at all until you have eaten it. And
Mhm.
if you ate it, you are so slow. You are so slow. That poison is a death sentence.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, God forbid they are a killer with some range or catch up mechanics.
Mhm.
That, like, poisoning that, because, like, the benefits for survivors on the morsels and the banquet is huge, so they're going to do it.
Mhm.
Like, just play the game like normal. The only new layer is to poison the food. That's it. Poison the food
Mhm.
and and also, like, the game's pretty generous. You kind of just always have poison vials to use. You
Mhm.
don't really have to go stop and collect them. You just have them. They like recharge off cooldown. I don't have to
Mhm.
like go get poison and bring it to the table or the big banquet table. Like, the survivor
Mhm.
has to do extra work. I don't. As the killer, I just have the fucking poison. I just walk up and poison the goddamn thing. And
That
if
is one
I'm
thing I will say
like,
from Survivor side, like, there are if I'm playing solo, which I did one
mm,
day, for stream, like, I got to play with a couple of people, and then I ended up doing some solo games,
mm,
and in the solo games, if you have someone who's only doing, like, plates and stuff for the morsels to get the buffs, but they're, like, never touching a gen, that's game over unless somebody can be on gens while someone else is in
yeah,
chase.
yeah.
But like if
Also, like,
too many people are not focused on the right objective, that's game over. And
I
that's
genuinely think that any killer saying that this mode is too survivor heavy is a fucking
Mhm.
clown. Is a fucking bitch little baby loser. Like the fucking I played into like a Jason the other day who got clowned
Mhm.
on pretty bad, and then he like just
Mhm.
left because two people like wiggled out because he was trying to
Yeah.
be fucking dumb. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, if you play greedy and dumb because there are more benefits for survivors than there are killers in this mode, which, spoilers,
Mhm.
that's how all the event modes work, by the way, because there's more survivor players per match than killers. Oh, so the killer is stronger from out the gate. That's
Mhm.
how the game works. One survivor is not equivalent to one killer. That's why there's four of
Mhm.
them. That's what asymmetrical gameplay means. This game's been around for
Mhm.
10 years. I don't know why we're still complaining that it's too hard. They have too many options. That's why there's four of them, because when you eliminate one of them, suddenly the game is a lot harder for them.
Mhm.
Like, it's just, I disagree. I vehemently disagree. Like, those portals are god tier as well. Like,
Mhm.
guess what? Every killer is a mobility killer now. Oh, am I Trapper? You can't outrun me. I can just take the. Guess what? You can figure out where the portals are going to take you with a decent amount of accuracy.
Mhm.
If you play it enough, you can be like, okay, if I get in this portal, I'm kind of headed that way. You can suss it out to such a degree that as nurse, you know what that is to me? That's a teleport without a cooldown.
Right.
That's a teleport with no cough animation, which means I can take that and then teleport with my ability back
Mhm.
towards you, coming from in front of you
Mhm.
now. Oh, did the portal I got in give me undetectable? Cool. Cool. Easy. Oh, am I Trapper? Yeah, I'm just gonna take the portals that are over the map and put the traps ahead of you, dumbass. And then if I see you, yeah, I'm gonna chase you back to the traps that you forgot about now because they were behind you. I don't know. It seems real easy to me. I just think people are little fucking bitches. Straight up. I like genuinely. I feel like every time I hear killers complain, it's too survivor heavy. I'm like, no, I think you're just bad. Because I don't play this game as religiously as a lot of people do,
Mhm.
especially because I pretty evenly split my time, survivor killer.
Mhm. Mhm.
I just consider myself a killer main because I'm better at the role, just across the board in every way.
Mhm.
And I'm a decent survivor, sometimes really good, but like my killer is
Mhm.
consistently better. So
Yeah.
when I hear killers complaining, I'm like, oh, you're bad at the game. Point in case, there is a comment, I think on like either a Steam forum from back in the day or some kind of DVD thing where someone like they were talking about like ranking the killers and someone said like Dredge would be S tier except you have to be really good at chasing people to really do anything. And I'm like, you mean good at the fucking game?
The objective that you have to do with any killer?
Like,
Okay.
huh? Huh? You want to try again? Why don't you try again? Go back to square zero. Learn what the number 0 is. It is a number. It does count. And then try to get to 1. Because I don't know where the fuck you went, but it wasn't correct. Like, I'll say this as a killer and survivor player and a killer main, even though I split my time almost dead evenly. Survivors are kind of little bitches a lot. Killer remains.
Oh yeah.
Y'all some fucking like Tesla owning, Joe Rogan listening, neckbeard little fucking like cucked cis boys that just can't accept that you want to get fucked in the ass even though you have 9 grinder accounts. And you're just bad at the game, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Less bullshit, more focus. Like, yeah, you gotta like play to the mechanics of the mode. You have poison. Use it. Every killer now has ranged attacks that are super good because you can just throw the poison. It shows you where the poison is going to land. It's a fucking grenade arc. Like, you get like 3 of them. You walk up, you poison a thing, you do all the normal stuff, and now every killer you have has an extra attack that's super good. There's portals all over the map that were put on undetectable on you and can be predictively measured where they're going. Like, what do you mean it's too hard? You have more resources than ever. You're just bad, B. Get good, scrub. Skill issue. This is why straight men don't know where the clit is. Alright, I'm done. They're wrong, by the way. They're wrong. It's super easy. I think they're just bad at the game. I think it's just a skill issue. Like, you know. But, you know, that's why their marriage has failed too. Seems like a skill issue. Just kind of seems like a skill issue at this point. Have they considered trying not being straight and white? Maybe that'll help. We'll start there. Skill issue. Oh, you're straight and white? Oh, you voted Republican? You're conservative? Skill issue, homie. Skill issue. I don't know what else to tell you. Skill issue, bro. How about less lifting, more thinking? Skill issue. Bunch of little bitches up in here. I wish I could play against other killers in their matches as a killer just to take the kills from them. And show you how it's done. Like, get the fuck out of my way. This is why I don't play 2v8. I don't need you in my way. I can get all late at them without you.
With the other killer. Fuck off! Let me get all the kills.
I did. The few times I played, I would get like 6 to 7 on average. And I'm like, the fuck are you doing? Play the goddamn game. You're just being a little dumbass about it and then mad that you lost. You're over here going rock, paper, scissors, bitch. We are playing chess. Understand the game you
like
have engaged
Duty,
with. Like,
all the pills.
yeah, I am. Because you bad. I ain't stealing shit. You weren't gonna get them anyway. Acting like you gonna make a meal, bitch. You don't know where the kitchen is. You gotta locate the room to cook first.
This white man stealing my kill that had my name on it and you took it.
No, see, I asked them and I was like, yeah, were they gonna get you? And they were like, nah, never. Fucking idiots. They're bad. They're just bad at the game. Absolute crybabies. Every time.
In other news, for DVD stuff, there's some updates coming, some collab stuff coming. I am really excited about that.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, same.
Please give me the most. Give me like
update.
I need the graphics update. It's more.
I want the clown from Scooby-Doo 1 movie. The initial.
The graphics update is more than graphics. It's like a whole engine overhaul. It's animation, graphics, it's sound design, dynamic weather can be a thing.
Yep.
Like, the idea of a DBD match starting with, like, low fog to then pouring rain to then dense fog on top of the fog. And you think about the snow maps, more snow. And they said that sound is going to affect everyone. That's fucking huge. That, if they pull this off, where they have a big update that comes out and it's like, okay, say it's season 20, right? Or whatever. I mean, we're past that. Say it's like, I think we're almost at season 30. Imagine if it's season 30. It won't be. I think that's too soon. Because they also are having to do it for all the old content and the new content that's coming out. It's basically DBD2. It's
Yeah.
whole better animations, which add a more of a wide variety of what can be done in the game. Better sound design means you can do have more sounds now because the sound design is smoother. Dynamic weather means matches can change on the fly, and builds can flux in what powers they have based on the dynamic weather. Like, oh, you're running a hex build, and we started with fog, or started with like no fog, no inclement weather. Your hexes are vulnerable. Oh, suddenly it's a fucking blizzard or a hurricane. Hey, my hexes are pretty safe right now, but now I have a harder time seeing. But do I have aura reading? They have aura like everything changes on a you are DBD2. You're DBD2. You're as close as you're gonna get. I think it's gonna be the biggest shakeup to the game because like updated on an engine scale is going to allow them to, in the long run, make the game a little more nuanced and complex, which I think is good for the game because it's been steadily doing that with
Absolutely.
different, with like when hexes first came out, that was huge. Then we got boons. Then we still need more of those like sacrifice perks, the ritual ones you do in the basement. But like
Yes, indications, yeah.
there's so much more you could do, but you're working to the limitations of your base. But if you upgrade the base and do it well, your limitations are now higher. I'm really excited for that. I hope they can pull it off. I'm excited for the mall map when that comes out. It looks good.
Yeah, for sure. I also really liked. I know, even though a lot of people still don't seem to really care about Trickster, I really like what they did with introducing Mina and like giving Trickster his own map and like kind of reworking his
Oh, the
powers.
map's
So
incredible. Yeah.
I feel
I
like
think
there
it was a
was
good.
so much there that like they didn't have to do, but the fact that they did, it gave like some life to like things that were already in the game but just like kind of needed that rejuvenation. And I thought that was really cool. Like
Yeah, for
they
sure.
had it brought in like a whole K-pop era when they did that kind of refresh, and that was really cool.
I mean, they clearly know what they're doing. The game just broke an all-new time record concurrent players on its
Yep.
10-year anniversary start, and
Yep.
it just broke that record previously with Five Nights at Freddy's, and
Yep.
then previously before that with Chucky. So they've had
Yep.
pretty close together moments where a single update is enough to break the concurrent like players, and then that new player base is bigger. They have,
Yep.
they are DVD's probably just kind of without people really acknowledging it, been one of the most successful like multiplayer PvP games of the last fucking decade. And in a genre that's like untouchable. No one can do this now. If you're making an asymmetrical PvP game, it can't be horror. You have to do something else because you can never catch this. Because this isn't
Yeah.
like FPS, Call of Duty, Battlefield 2 can exist. No, one can exist. You want to do it? It can't be horror. You have to do
Yeah.
something else. The closest was Evolve, actually. 4 hunters fighting the monster that's trying to hide it first, and eat
Yeah.
smaller monsters to evolve, and then at stage 3 evolution can like go fuck with them.
Yep. Which kind of, you bringing that up makes me think about all the others that have tried to do the asymmetrical thing and how there's a Myers game currently in progress trying to do the same thing. And I worry, like you said earlier, that it's just going to end up like the Jason
It's
thing.
absolutely going to end up like the Jason thing, 100%. I think it's by the
I
same people.
think
I
the
think
only
it's by the
one that
same
showed a
people,
lot of
babe.
promise recently that seemed like it was going to be doing really well in comparison was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like,
And then it
that.
died.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that was the only
It
one that
it
came
had a
even
little
close to
breath,
getting on its
and it was,
feet.
and it like the funny thing is, it wasn't even close. It was just the only one that had more life than none. Like,
Yep.
it's just, yeah. I genuinely think, like, long-term live service multiplayer PvP or PvE, like, game is hard to
Mhm.
do. It's hard to do. You
Yep.
have to be really good.
Yep.
Trying to step into long-term multiplayer PvP asymmetrical, which is already a pain in the ass to even remotely get balanced, even
Yep.
close to good, and then do horror and do that and compete with a 10-year strong only asymmetrical PvP game
Yep.
that is still around, you're just like an idiot. that. Like,
Yep.
there's no world where you even get close enough to sustain yourself to be just the weird one that some people play. Like, they all die. Every single one. I don't know why anyone's attempting. It's like, you could take these horror things you got a license for and make a way better, like, single player or just co-op PvE, like, something not, because you're just making DBD, except it's not that. And, like, half the time, all those
Right.
killers are already in DBD. I can't wait for the Myers game to come out and people to be like, imagine if he played like Myers in DBD, it'd be so much more fun.
Right.
Like, that's what's gonna happen. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I would never chase that. That's the last thing you, like, again, we talked about this, like, you're just not touching that. It's too late.
Yeah.
You're sooner
Yeah.
gonna have a new MMO or a MOBA, or like, you would sooner knock like Street Fighter off its perch as #1 fighting game than touch DBD. Because at least
Right.
that's like a way, like, think about how often anyone even attempts an asymmetrical PvP game, let alone one that is this specific genre. Very
Right.
rarely. And it's just kind of a pointless endeavor. You'd sooner make
Yep.
a hero shooter that tops Overwatch before you get close to DBD. In fact, we'll
Yep.
probably see that happen at some point.
Yep. I still have some really delusional hopes that Concord might eventually return.
Oh, it's gone.
That studio's
That's
gone.
gone. That's gone.
That whole studio's gone.
I did
That's never coming
specify it
back.
was delusional hopes.
Yeah, I wish. Look, you know what? I'll tell you what. I would take Concord. I would take Battleborn. I fucking loved Battleborn way more than I loved Overwatch 1. I was a Battleborn player. I only came to Overwatch to play a hero shooter after Battleborn got closed down. Battleborn was
Yep.
better. 100%. It's so much more interesting. I miss Battleborn. I feel like all the best, really neat hero shooters have not gotten to live, and only the really kind of like, look how long it took Overwatch to like just do the perk thing and kind of innovate a
Yep.
little bit on this stale
Yep.
formula. And even then, what Overwatch is now is not even close to like how much there was in like Battleborn to sink your teeth into. And it
Yeah.
was just like Battleborn had a single player that was done and it was good. It had a PvE mode that was fun. It was just like literally has achieved everything over. It was just better. I just can't believe, like, in a world where I can't have Concord or Battleborn, I'm like, damn, can we have a good hero shooter, please? That like I like, truly, like the one I like is gonna live. That would be nice. It doesn't seem to happen ever though. We almost had it. It's Black Ops 3. And then they did Black Ops 4, and then they were like, we don't think people like that the operators are classes with unique abilities. And then it's been downhill ever since. And I was like, I don't know, maybe you were onto something.
Yep.
Maybe we need more than just what's always here. Maybe we should like
Yep.
make the game have depth. Have we considered adding soul?
It
Which
wasn't
is
a hero
crazy
shooter,
because, like,
but I enjoyed Gotham City Imposters.
Yeah.
Because it had
Yeah, I know
very
what you
much,
mean,
yeah, it had a class system per se, because there was different like characters
Yeah.
and like there were different, but yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't necessarily the hero as we know it today.
Yeah. Depressing. All right. Shall we move on? Lizzie, did you have more? Shall we do our months here, Vaughn? We're at 2.5 hours.
I
Unless you had more,
If
go ahead.
as
if
far
Lizzie
as
is
game related things, there hasn't been many. I am doing currently a replay through The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 because I do that usually like once a year. But I do think I skipped like last year if I'm not mistaken. So I'm on like only my third ever playthrough.
I'm about to
I
start
have
my
been
playthrough of the second one as well.
nice. I have been doing a bit of arcade again just to take a break from both Overwatch and DBD when they're feeling too sweaty, which has been Overwatch more than DBD recently, which is wild to say that because it's usually the other way around. Arcade again is like always good, and I actually ended up deleting 7 Days to Die not that long ago only because I haven't touched it in so long, but I feel like I'm gonna re-download it and maybe start a new world the next time that I re-download it when I get more room on my console.
Yeah.
okay.
Still waiting for when you're like, I'm ready for Borderlands 4.
When my brain will allow.
Yep.
Speaking of Borderlands 4, I decided to pick that up because it was 50% off
Oh,
for like the entire thing. It's like, oh,
are
now I get
you
everything for like
trying to play some
$60
Borderlands?
instead of
You
like
trying to play?
100. Yeah.
You trying to play some Borderlands 4 at some point? Have you started?
No, not at all. Like I said, I just picked it up, so
Well, I mean, I could always. I have the room. I could reinstall it and start a new character, and we could start the campaign together.
I mean, I would
I've
say
beat.
once you
I've beaten
like
it.
no, I was gonna say is if you want, once you've I guess gone through most of the stuff that you're going through right now, it'll be a good time to pick it up because right now, like I said, I'm doing. I'll talk more about my month, specifically and what I'm gonna look forward to as well. But like, I'm kind of in that zone of like, um, I will pick up Borderlands
Hmm.
4 as a thing like
Okay, I
relatively
got you.
soon, not
Yeah, yeah,
right
I
now,
got you.
but
All
like
right,
yeah,
no rush.
yeah, yeah.
I think we're on your month because Lizzie, did you have more or was that it?
That's mostly it, other than like occasionally picking up Skate, which is like pretty rare these days. That's most of
Damn.
what I've played. Still a lot of Overwatch and a lot of DBD. The occasional break for Arcade again, and currently redoing
Fair
The
enough.
Last of Us.
Fair enough.
Very
All
fair.
right, Vaughn, you want to take yours and I'll go last?
If you want, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I'll talk about the demos I played. So Valor
Mm.
Mortis. Uh, me and my friend joke about it. We're calling it the FPS, the first person Sekiro, because it is very much a parry intensive game. Because the
Not a
point
stella
about it
game.
is that like when you're fighting, your attacks barely have any like knockback. Like the even if you slash multiple times, like there's no register to like the enemy. Like they'll still like attack as you're attacking. So pretty
Got
much
you.
the point of
Okay.
this game is that you're trying to parry because if you block, you still take damage. But in that sort
Oh,
of
okay.
and that sort of like Bloodborne where it's like you take damage, but if you attack back, you'll get the health back,
Okay,
as
okay, yeah,
we
yeah.
see.
See, I like that
Oh.
mechanic. I mean, games that are like I've learned from like the many times I've tried Sekiro over the years and then playing other games, and I've learned that like I only appreciate the parry when you are not demanding that be the thing I'm doing all the time. Because then I not only do I not appreciate that, I feel like it's too rigid of combat. It also bores me to death, and it's not impressive. When the entire fight mechanic is parry, like I don't feel cool when I'm doing the parry after the first three because it's all I'm ever doing. Whereas when I'm playing a game where it's like, no, you can parry and it's crazy good when you do, but it's not necessary and mandatory, that makes me want to do the parry and it like feels more organic to me. It's just like, I don't know. I just do not get incentivized by the this is a samurai parry battle. I like when I'm good parries in a game and I like utilizing it like Stella Blade, Devil May Cry, every Dark Souls, Bloodborne, the Ghost of Tsushima game, and all that. Like God of War. Like I like those parries. I use them a lot, but I enjoy them because it is not the thing I have to do all the time, and I have multiple ways to approach fights and stuff. Whereas like kind of with any action game, if you're kind of forcing me to really fight in only a very small amount of ways, I just am totally disinterested. Like, I'm just bored. Because it's like, yeah, it's like the equivalent to me of like the horror game era of you just walk and hide and it stops
Mhm.
even becoming a game and it's like okay you hide in that locker back to the first locker under the desk then the next locker then double back to that locker okay now next room now you don't know where to hide so you just keep trying spots until you find the one that lets you live there's not actually like it's automated at that point and like that's how I started to feel like when I was getting good at Sekiro and making progress it was me not paying attention and that's what made me hate the game is it was like brain off and just kind of listen for parry listen for the sound. Like I just feel like it pulls me out of the game and it's too repetitive and it's just not a me thing, which is funny because I love parrying in all the other games, but when it's the only thing the fight wants me to do, I'm like, oh, I don't like that though.
So here's the thing with Valor Mortis, you have parries and dodging, and you even have a perfect dodge enabled. The thing though is they really go for the whole parry being kind of the better of the two, because parrying does, as in Sekiro, it damages their stance meter. Um, and when you fill up that stance meter, you go for a critical hit, essentially.
Do you remember when like the concept of a stance meter in melee combat was innovative? Remember that? Remember when that was new and refreshing, and now everyone fucking does it?
Has a stance meter.
Remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah. It's like, dude, like it's definitely like, how long are we gonna milk the stance meter cow, guys?
Oh, it's boring. I don't know. Until people had apparently enough of it, but apparently people do not have enough of it. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, that's kind of like if you dodge and you attack normally. Like if you do a perfect dodge, you basically go into slow mo and you could do multiple hits. But again,
Mhm.
those hits don't up the stance meter as much as doing like a as like a parry essentially. Um,
Got you.
and so, the thing about it though is that you don't just attack with the sword. You also have your left hand being either a gun. So normally you have like a little like flintlock pistol. Actually, find out if it's a flintlock revolver, I guess, because it does have like the revolver chamber to it. Um, but you can also get powers essentially. So one of them is um literally like the flame power from BioShock. I guess two more likely because it's an actual like flamethrower. It isn't
Oh,
just like
okay.
lighting thing. You it's a little like a flamethrower. And
Like out of your hand.
uh out of your hand. Um and so yeah, so there's a bit of variety where it comes to that because if you can play on the demo chapter 1 and chapter 7. Chapter 1 is like very simple, like with what stuff you have. On chapter 7 they give you more late game stuff, not late game, mid game. It's more mid game because
Side
you
note,
end up
that just reminded me this, and I know we talked about it earlier. Stellar Blade did that with its demo. Its initial demo was like basically chapter 1 up to the boss fight, and then it had, if you beat that, that was the end of the demo, and then after that, it had a late game version of that same boss fight with an unlocked moveset for you. So it let you be, because you did it the hard way. You did it like bare bones, just starting out. Like Devil May Cry, you don't have a lot of stuff. And if you beat the demo, it gave you a like basically the first boss rush of the boss rush mode, which would be that same boss. But it gave you way more moves, and still not all of them. But it basically was like, okay, you just started to play the opening of the game. To entice you further with our combat, here is what fights will be like mid to like early late game. And it was, I did that, and that's what made me be like, I'm buying this game right now. Was that
yeah.
extra little bit where it was like, okay, you like that bit? Here's where it goes. And I was like, oh, it goes crazy though.
Yeah, because here's the thing with chapter
I love
7.
that, like, that as a demo pitch for those types of games is like top tier. And I want more of that from like action-y games where it's like, here's early game slice, here's a taste of mid to early late game to show you where you can go. That makes me like, if ever an early game is like weak, that's how you sell the game. You need to give me a taste of what am I going to be like 40 hours in this.
Yeah, no, like even because I'll explain with chapter 7 of Alamortiz, like you get like a musket. You actually get to
Oh,
use like a musket as a weapon for like long range shots. And then you get the rapier as a sword,
oh,
which is supposed to be it's supposed to be a bit more harder than your normal standard sword. But the thing about it is that like if you parry well with it, the damage it does to the stance is greater.
mm,
So it's supposed to be a more finesse, a bit more of a harder,
tighter,
higher risk, higher reward.
tighter parry window, better reward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, got
Um,
you. It's the
and
perfect parry
so
weapon then.
yes, exactly. But one of the extra what's it called abilities that you get instead of the fire is that you
Mhm.
also get a what's like a shield, sort of like
Okay.
you create like this weird magical shield. Um, and what happens is that you can absorb the attacks of enemies,
Okay.
and as you absorb it, once you let go of the shield, it disperses that damage towards enemies. So, it to use it comes at like your basically magic cost or blood magic or whatever you want to call it. And certain enemies have like little like bulbous like parts on their head or chest or other areas of the body, and if you shoot it, they drop basically like um part of that magic meter that you can use to fill up your magic as you're fighting, essentially.
Ooh.
Um, so
Oh, okay.
you
That's
so you
pretty
get to
cool.
like so you get to like be able to be like, all right, my thing is full, so maybe I shouldn't focus on them. I should just use what magic I have, and then once I'm running midway or low, focus on those enemies and shoot them immediately on those bulbous parts. So as you're like fighting, you know where like the those remnants are, and you can pick them up mid during fight, so you can like recover back up some of that magic meter,
Oh, okay.
essentially.
I like that. That's
So
sweet.
yeah, so it's very interesting. I will definitely probably pick this game up. The only thing is that I'm hoping that it has a bit more time to cook in the oven, because stability wise, that was probably like the only thing that I think was rough. It was it was running fine, but I could see when it would start chugging a bit.
And you do not
And
want that
so
in a game like that.
yeah, exactly. That's the only thing I was like, if I'm gonna be playing a game where like it's requiring me to be very like on like the dot with like parries and whatnot, I do not want performances to be chugging.
The
So
final
um
boss fight has to be the devil then, because he
who
he
knows?
moves it. Yeah.
Like
Well,
literally
no, because he
Napoleon's
moves
talking
it.
in your
He
head,
mo-
so it could be
he mo- he
whoever
mo-
the
It's
English
probably the
king.
devil. You're saying it has
Yeah,
performance issues. The devil only moves at 20 FPS, man. Parry
yeah, on
this.
20
How
FPS.
are you gonna parry the devil's hand when it comes at you in 20 FPS?
By playing at 1 FPS
Yeah,
and then
God,
waiting for that one
like,
single fucking
can
frame
we
to
just
come
be
in.
like, popular enough for me to like make a call to be like, can somebody like make a really just slap it together in like 30 seconds GIF animation of the devil slowly moving at you at 20 FPS, please? Like, can you just throw like can you just give me like a generic John religion over there, and he's like trying to hold up the cross, but he can't suss out when the devil's actually tempting him because the devil only moves in 20 FPS. Can
In
you just
20
throw that
FPS.
together and spend like 3 minutes on it and just at me on Blue Sky? Thanks. Like, that's all I want in life. I just want to like say some insane thing and then have somebody make like sloppy fan art. They did it in like 5 seconds where they're like, I was compelled here. This is all I got. I did it on work on a napkin. I'll be
You want
giddy
the
as
Alex
hell.
Fasciani treatment, I get it.
I do want the Alex Fasciani treatment. That man is an entertainer, okay? He's an entertainer to a T.
That's all you had
I
to say. I just
love
want the Alex Fasciani treatment. That's all you had to say, and I'd be like, okay, I get
I
you.
do. I admire the craft of one Alexander Louis Fasciani. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I am also a fan of the pneumatic tube bit. It's a good bit. I hope he keeps
It's a
doing it.
good bit.
Is he making it all up on the fly? Is there a grand plan? Is the point that you don't know? Is there a point? Am I just yanking your chain? Who knows? Find out next time, maybe. You won't.
Maybe,
Like,
maybe we'll completely forget about it, and then
like,
10
like,
podcasts later, we'll bring it up again and be like, "You fucking forgot, didn't you? You
I like.
stupid son of a bitch! We can't believe you completely forgot
I
about."
don't think I maybe like. I don't really like. I think I guess you could classify as like. I have like actual like some starstruckness about Alexander Louis Fasciani. I consume like everything the man fucking makes, and I'm over here watching Beard Bros still every day. I'm over here watching the streams. I listen to every episode of the Chilluminati multiple times. I listened to Nonprofit when he was doing that. Like, the man's funny, and he's good at it, and he knows how to entertain. And I am a fan of doing a bit, and whether any one of my like co-people in the area are in on the bit, like the bit, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The bit has started, and I will drive that bit at full speed, even though that bit might go across several episodes and bleed into other projects and come back 60 episodes later, and you thought I was just making it up, but it was actually the longest of plans. Shout out to the Greenstone, part 3. Also known as the Averly UFO abduction, not titled the Greenstone at all. Don't worry about it. Makes perfect sense. It's real. Can't prove it's not real. It's all real. What if it was all real? What if you just believed in the thing? Crazy.
Crazy.
I just like I do want the Alex Oceani treatment. I want that. That Bean Boy art. Did you see that? You either saw that Bean Boy art? Did you
No,
see
I've not
it?
seen the Bean Boy art. Yeah, I've not seen it.
There is a account that just posted on like Blue Sky and was like, I was compelled to draw him after the latest Chilluminati, and it was like Bean Boy just scribbled real quick, and I just like tweeted it on Blue Sky and was just like, it's him, incredible. And I'm like, that's what I want. I want to say my crazy thing that may be planned, may be convoluted, maybe was done on a whim, maybe I panicked and didn't have any ideas and made it up on the fly, or maybe I stayed up till 7 a.m. reading Reddit and lost the thread at some point, and we just gotta keep the gas going, and somebody's just like, here's a fucking scribble, you crazy person I listen to, and I just want that. I just want that for me. I just want to like say the thing and have somebody be like, God damn it, now I have to draw this because it's in my head, Stella. And I'm like, great, thanks, super, good luck.
Perfect.
Perfect. I'll do that like thumbs up. That's rad. Yeah, that's
That's
all
right.
I want in life. That's all I want in life. All right, tell me more about what you've been playing.
So apart from Valor Mortis, I've also played Shroom and Gloom. Like I said, that one, I got so
You got sucked in.
fucking enticed in that one. I was like, I literally am. I had to stop to try to not get myself burned out from playing that game, that demo too
Wow.
much, because then I'm gonna not want to play the actual game when it comes out. But it's so like deck building games, you basically as you play through the dungeon, you'll get more cards and things like that and build your deck. However, the way this game works is that you have actually two decks. You have your battle deck and your survival deck. So the way it works is that when you're fighting, um you have your battle deck, and when you're fighting enemies, sometimes you'll get some very specific cards where it'll say make toasty. Like you deal damage to an enemy, and if they die, make toasty. And when you kill them and make that toasty, it's basically like a little shroom that you can eat during your fights. And it's supposed to give you health. And depending on some cards that you can find, they'll make different types of toasty or different things essentially. And the reason why you want to do that consistently is as you're navigating through the dungeon, you'll sometimes find yourself dealing with these like mole people that are merchants, and they'll pay you like you'll give them the mushrooms that you make during those fights as currency essentially. Um, and you'll buy stuff for your battle deck or stuff for your survival deck essentially. And when you're and after you finish each fight, you essentially are establishing camp. And what that means is that in the little area that you are, the door in front of you or multiple doors depending on where you part in the dungeon will have locks, and you're supposed to open only one door and go through that way. However, your survival deck essentially gives you a lot of options as to what you can do in that little room essentially. So the first thing it teaches you is like, hey, if you see a little X mound near you and you have a shovel, you can dig that up and get a card. And that will go into your battle deck. Normally. If you see a lock, if you have a key, you can open it. However, what it'll teach you also is that sometimes you can bash the lock and to open it. And if you have a card that gives you that that ability to bash, you can use that. But as you're playing through the game and you put more decks into your survival, so sometimes they'll be like, hey, here's a food that you can use that gives you max HP, like 3+ max HP. But if you use it consistently in your in the rooms that you're using, it evolves, and then it gives you something else. And
I'm just gonna butt in real quick.
Uh-huh.
This is a really strong pitch you're delivering. This is a really strong pitch, and I'm not being like sarcastic, making fun of you. Like I am I am being pitched a game here that I am, by every minute you're speaking, more inclined to check out than I was at the
Yeah,
start.
like it's
Like this
really cool because
sounds
there's so
really
much you can do.
interesting. It sounds like there's a lot. Like this sounds like it is designed to counter the problem with card battler games for me of card battling is boring.
It's
Like
the
there's
cool thing
so much
about it is
going
that
on
it's
here that
very
I'm like, I really like the way there's two decks and they're for different things, but then there's this like make them into food, but that's also currency. So do you use food? Are you worried about health? Do you try to play
yeah,
at low
exactly.
health?
Do you
And
want
then
to eat the
like
shrooms that you're
when you
making to keep alive
every
or save
fight
them to
after
buy
you're
stuff?
now in camp and there's a variety of things you can do depending on what you have. I like that there's like, okay, here's your two decks. It's not just them like the survival deck is survival, but also exploration, and the fight deck is fight, but also create food and currency. I like that. It's like multiple little systems. It sounds really compelling, like all together as a thing, combined with the aesthetic that I did see. Like, you've definitely
Yes.
convinced me to try it more than I already was, and I was already going to try it, but this sounds like quite
Yeah.
compelling, at least in theory, without having played
It's
it.
so good. Like it's not something I've seen other deck battlers do or any
I'd
sort of
agree with
these
that.
dungeon crawlers, and it's like so cool. It is a bit like daunting at first because you're trying to kind of still figure things out,
Mm-hmm.
but like once you kind of get the hang of it, it's so cool because you actually start getting to build weird decks. Like,
Let me
and
ask you something since you
it's
play the
so
demo so
cool.
much.
Uh-huh.
How's the music soundtrack? Talk to me about the sound.
Soundtrack. I it's very how do you say very ambient and when you get to like the fights, like you
Okay.
notice it there. And I know that sounds kind of like what? Like yeah, like you're gonna know but it's almost like you're so focused on everything else that the music
Like,
is kind of just
would you say
in
like lo-fi for studying kind of vibes in the sense that like back enjoyable background music that like yes, if you focused more on it, there's probably something really enjoyable here, but it's designed to not pull your focus, but provide like a gentle background to do
yes,
something that
yeah,
has
I
your
would say more
focus.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And
That's great. I love that. That's good music. Music that like not all music in games has to be so bombastic and bold that it takes you that it like highlights the moment. It can also just be like some kind of pleasant background noise that
Yes.
it adds on to the strengths that it's already playing to and try instead of trying to create another strength to get your attention. It just feeds further into what's already going on.
yeah, now I'm gonna say it's like pleasant because you're in the dungeon of like mushrooms and stuff that's trying to
No, no,
kill
no.
you.
It's
It's not
pleasant.
gonna
It's
play like
pleasant.
in the like
It's
off key, like
pleasant.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
pleasant.
But it's still good. I still enjoyed the music. I was having fun with
I'm
it. So
definitely gonna try this
yeah,
demo. It looks really good. I didn't get time before
I
this.
definitely liked kind of the even like the art of the like the cards and everything. I really
Mm.
liked as well. Like they all
Mm.
looked so good. And one of my favorite things is that you end up kind of finding as you play more of it, you kind of end up finding what decks you like, but
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those where I never felt like there was one particular deck that was strong. You end up finding
Okay.
cards that are like, oh, this is a really good card. But nothing in particular was like, oh, this you need this in order to beat the game or whatever. Like you end up finding kind of really weird combos and stuff like that that end up making like really interesting setups. Like I think in particular, one that my friend found, which was really funny because we thought that the game bugged out and broke, is that there's a
Mm.
card that has at the end, if fatal. So like this has to be it has to be a killing blow. If fatal, trigger all if fatal cards in your hand. Um so what happened is that he had three of those cards. So he
Oh no.
activated one of them, and he had basically entire deck in his hand because that can happen. You can have the entire deck in your hand,
Oh
and
wow. Okay.
so he had so many cards with if fatal triggering. But remember, he had two other mauls in his hand, so those triggered the hand again. So it was basically his hand triggering three times. But because there was so much activating at the time, so he
That's
thought
it.
it bugged out.
Sounds.
But
This sounds very fun.
yeah, it's so fun. I really love this game. It's coming out supposedly later this year, Q3 is what they
Is it
said.
just PC, just Steam, or is it going to be?
I think it should be all consoles. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Really?
Let
'Cause
me
if
see.
it's
Let me check to make
yeah.
sure.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna try it out, and my PC can probably run it. But if it's like, if I like it and it's gonna be on console, I want it on console because then I could stream it.
Yeah.
So valid.
So I think right now it looks like it's only PC, but I wouldn't be surprised if this later like give it like a year and like oh
yeah,
we're bringing it
yeah,
to console
yeah. Because Balatro
because it's a
sits
small
on
dev team.
console and
It's a
stuff.
small
Yeah.
dev team as well working on this. So
I mean, if it comes out and it's like a slam dunk success, like fucking consoles would be like, hey, you want to come over here?
you want to come over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
For sure.
it's so good.
It looks
I
really good.
love this game
I will
so
definitely
much.
get time on it before we meet again next month because I just didn't get around to it in time.
Yeah,
It looks
but
really
yeah,
good.
no, it's so good. And here the thing is that right now on the demo you only get to play one specific character, which I think
there's
they call it
different
the
like
delivery boy.
characters. Oh,
Yeah,
there's different characters.
yeah. So you
Oh,
have
okay. Wow. What is the like? Are cards tied to characters?
well, that's the thing. I think what may happen is that because like for instance, you're the delivery boy. Your specific card that you get is called like your smartphone, and what it does is that for free you can flash photography essentially an enemy and give them +3 vulnerability, which
Wow.
each vulnerability stack does 50% more damage onto a person. So you're applying 3 on them, you do 150% more damage. However, it's a smartphone. It has batteries. So you only get a certain amount of chance charges with it before it's
This
dead and you
sounds
can't use
like
it
the
anymore.
weirdest like D&D homebrew I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
It sounds delightful. It sounds absolutely absurd. It sounds like the most like it's got the energy of when like Krendor did like an IKEA themed one shot where you're trapped in IKEA.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Like
I remember
that's
that.
what it sounds like you're describing to me where I'm like, "What? Shut up. No." And then you're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "No." And you're like,
No.
"Yeah." And then I look at it and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Really
Okay.
though? And you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Like it sounds like a fucking Krendor's IKEA one shots, like where you just think it's the dumbest thing you've ever heard of. Like this is never gonna work, and then you watch those and you're like, "This is like so elaborate. What the fuck?"
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so much going on in this IKEA one shot. Why is this
And
campaign so good?
yeah, and here's the thing. I don't know if
I'm
the
like
other characters
really
will be
enticed by
available.
this now.
I don't know when the other characters will be available, if on launch or much later. But like the two that they show you, the other two that they show you is so you have Delivery Boy, then you have Lunch Lady, and then I think it's the Concerned Parent or something like that. So I can only imagine how those are gonna go.
So I'm sensing a theme here of like, I don't know why it's giving me like, it's giving me like high school, college sitcom movie vibes, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off energy.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the delivery boy, the lunch lady, the concerned parent. The next character is gonna be like the dean. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
dean. Yeah. The cheerleader, the cheer team captain, the dean, and the dean's
The
like
hotel
card is he's
clerk.
got that. Yeah, the like you know what I mean? I'm like, this is a movie that you're like one step away from like being like, dude, where's my mushroom? Like you know what I mean? Like the energy, the pieces are there with those characters. Like your characters are the delivery boy, the lunch lady, and the concerned parent. Like literally, I'm just like, okay, yeah, so okay, got it. I see the theme. The dean, the cheer captain, the sabbatical, the teacher that's always on sabbatical, the cop.
Yeah, it's the cop.
You know what I mean? Like there an archetype is being established, and I can find them in every sitcom movie from 1993 to 2005 if I squint. like I'm yeah. My cousin Vinny. Yeah. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah. But mushrooms. Yeah. I got you.
Mushroom.
Yeah. Dude, where's my mushroom?
Mushroom, man.
Incredible.
Yeah, no,
This
I'm
sounds
super
so
excited
good.
for this game. I'm so excited for this game. I shit you not. It's Fuck. God damn it! I wish it would come out sooner, but fucking.
This sounds. I can't wait to try this out. This sounds super interesting now.
It's so good.
This sounds. I definitely need to take a look at this. I already was gonna check it out, but it sounds like there's so much more to this than I realized.
Yes, there's so much more.
I can't wait to try this out. This sounds super crazy. It really just sounds like a weird homebrew D&D thing that's just fucking absolutely bizarre. And I'm here for it.
God, so good. And something else I tried was The Mound.
Oh, I did not get around to that. How is it?
So it's rough right now. Like, it's very rough. I almost feel like this is gonna be one of those gonna have to wait a year before
This comes out soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, it comes out in July to early access.
Okay.
But it's one of those where I'm like, I even then I think I'm just gonna have to wait because it's kind of in a rough spot at the moment.
Access.
Yeah. But I will say, at least conceptually, it's very interesting because kind of the point is that normally these sorts of extraction shooters are very PvP focused. This one is PvE, but it has the hints of PvP because of the whole point of
you go insane because you're fucking hallucinating because of Cthulhu shit and all that. So you might see me as an enemy at this point in the game and take the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Conceptually, it sounds really interesting. So that's what drew my attention at first. But I was always like, this is either going to be really good or not. It's one of those.
Yeah, I do think that it's one of those where it's it is interesting, and I did have at least a bit of fun while I was playing it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the state that it is right now, it's really rough. Because even some of the gameplay can feel a little bit rigid.
You're like an uneducated person from the South trying to rebel against the status quo of the system. In the state that I is, I don't think you're treating my fellow folk as well as you could. In the state that I is. See, I was like, are you talking about where you live or how you feel? Is this a personal statement or a broader statement? Yeah. Hold on now. You're becoming Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn. I'll resent that remark.
Hold on, that's
boy,
your
I
Foghorn.
say boy.
I say boy. Now that's your Foghorn. You call that your Foghorn? That ain't no Foghorn. I say boy. You ain't giving it enough zest. There's flavor that's here. Come on, Foghorn Leghorn is not a timid man.
No, he is not.
Oh, he's not. Shout out to Foghorn Leghorn and the 7 listeners who are gonna know what the fuck that is. They're gonna be like, "Hell,
so old." Oh my god!
You know what? Shout out, hey yo, DBD. When's Foghorn Leghorn coming? When's my man Foghorn Leghorn?
When is my man Foghorn Leghorn coming?
Oh,
yeah, he's just chasing. He's the killer. He's chasing you, and he's just like, I say, you touching my gens? I told you I don't want those on right now.
He just verbally harasses you. That's his power.
That's his power, verbal harassment.
Oh god.
There's a sanity meter mechanic because you're losing it because there's a giant sentient anthropomorphic chicken with a high southern accent chasing you. I say, what you doing over there, boy? Nah, don't get rescue your friend off the hook now. I'm gonna have to come back. I'm clucking closer. Oh my god, dude! I would if they give me a Foghorn Leghorn skin for that would definitely be Foghorn Leghorn. That's definitely a clown skin. There is a chicken clown skin I use,
because
but I want a Foghorn Leghorn. It's not impossible.
So fucking funny if they would.
I want generic. I want generic
skin.
Scooby-Doo villain ghoul guy with a mask on for Trapper skin.
Look, if they're adding Scooby-Doo, then that means
it's just
Warner Brothers is available.
Yes,
so that means they could.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And if we're doing that, that means silly crossovers are now available. I'm just okay, you did Chucky. And I don't really care for Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
DBD, may I point you in the direction of the 10 film strong franchise as I pulled off my glasses for this bit and folded them up like a person that's 63. Of Leprechaun. Now,
Oh my
hear me
god,
out.
Leprechaun.
Hear me out, DBD. Behavior. Listen. You got Leprechaun. You got Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun in the Hood. What if the chapter was called Leprechaun in the Fog? I'm gonna put my glasses back on now before I get ahead of it. Yeah, so
I'm over here thinking about like ridiculous skins to give killers, and when you
what would you?
mentioned Chucky,
Okay,
I
yeah,
was like,
ridiculous
imagine a
skins.
Furby chasing you. That
Where
would be
would you go?
terrifying.
Where would you go? How ridiculous would you go? How ridiculous can you get? Like, if Warner Brothers is at the table, right? And you're just trying to entice them to let you, right? Like, what do I gotta do to, get, oh my god! You take the blight, Zoom Boy, Warner Brothers. Beep beep. Beep beep.
Oh my
The
god.
fucking the Roadrunner.
Nope.
He's just like wearing the Roadrunner's skin, and when he runs at you, it makes the beep beep sound.
That would be so
Oh my
funny.
god, I'd be a blight main in a day. I'd be like, oh my god.
When you mentioned Chucky, and I don't know why the first thing popped into my head as a Furby, I was just like, that would be fucking terrifying, though. Like,
Oh,
yeah, imagine
reskin
a
Chucky, but it's a
Furby.
Furby? Yeah.
Yeah,
We
a
could say
Furby
that.
chasing you.
You do Gremlins. Is Gremlins Warner Brothers?
Gremlins is Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
As
you
far
do
as I
Gremlins.
know, yeah. Yeah.
Is Feed Me Seymour? Is that Warner Brothers? It seems like it's a Warner Brothers.
I'm sorry.
You don't know about the giant plant that's like Feed Me Seymour? Come on.
Oh, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah,
Okay.
Little Shop of
Yeah.
Horrors. The fuck you?
What
you
the
know?
fuck
Don't
are
shut
you-
down.
Did not realize by that
Seymour,
line.
like in the weirdest, like what the fuck is she talking
If
about?
you've seen that movie, you know the line. That's
I
on
have
you.
not seen the
Fake-
movie. That's
fake-
why I don't
What?
know the line.
What?
Mhm.
How old are you, sir? Young man?
30?
And you've not seen Little Shop of Horrors?
No. I think I killed Stella. I think
I was
think
just
I
about to
broke
say,
her.
I think you broke Stella.
I think she's dead. I don't know.
Just imagine her like throwing her glasses, stomping off to get a coffee.
I thought about it.
Her soul left the body and then
Nothing
had to
will
be
ever
pulled
come
back in.
close to that. That
Oh
one
yeah, the title of the
when we were
episode,
talking
yeah.
about Spider-Man.
Aunt May is
I still
Kirsten Dunst is
think
Aunt May
about
and
that.
Tobey Maguire is Uncle Ben. It's the name of the fucking episode.
I
Yeah.
still think about
that hurt. That
sometimes
hurt on a
to
profound
this
level.
day.
That hurt me like
I don't think I've ever seen Stella so broken.
like he threw a level 7 spell at me in the D&D campaign, and I rolled a nat 1 on that like spirit check and just took like and he's like Matt Mercer. He's like, okay, so that comes out to roll this dice. Oh, and I get to roll another one, and now I do this. Oh, and because you're actually you have the trait from the 90s, so you have to take double damage for this. So that comes out to 237. Does that hit? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm dead, bro. That hurt me profoundly as a human being. Like I felt that on a cosmic level. Like that was like if you were studying me through quantum physics, in that moment I vibrated in a different frequency that you're not meant to be on in this plane. Like it just like reality, I just gone. I was like
she briefly disappeared from existence.
it was like it was like he injected a heroin with LSD into my veins from like 60,000 miles away. It broke me as a human being. I literally I don't even remember. Like, I blanked out, and then I was just outside smoking weed, looking at the stars for, like, 10 minutes with my glasses off, trying to, like, ground myself back in the reality. Like, I astral projected against my will when he said that. It stole from me something precious.
Astral projecting against your will. Holy fuck.
Alright, I'm writing it down. We need to... Okay. We're, like, 11 potential titles in. This is getting scary.
It's perfect.
Projecting
Just
All
3
right,
chefs in a pot.
what the hell else? 3 chefs in the pot, astral projecting against your will. Dude, the one chef goes, dude, where's my mushroom?
God.
The other chef
okay.
goes, bigger rapture, and then the other chef goes, I don't want to be a jittery little guy.
Just
Jesus
combining
Christ,
all
we
the
gotta
titles.
move on. Rachel Vaughn, what the hell else did we
Okay.
make?
Okay.
That
So
makes me
yeah,
hurt.
that's Mound.
That's Mound,
What's it called?
baby. Holy
That's
shit,
Mound,
Mound
baby.
really makes you feel crazy, apparently.
Wow, you can feel the effects after playing the game. It's like the game
Damn,
hasn't stopped. What the
damn,
fuck?
those
The game
stability
hasn't
issues
stopped.
were. Dude, is it stability issues or is it immersion so strong your life isn't stable anymore? I'm writing it down. God damn it. You gotta keep going. Yeah, I still have to do
Okay.
my month, and we got more after that.
Okay. Another demo I played. This one's been out for some time, but I wanted to try it out. How many dudes? So, you know that popular meme of like how many dudes does it take to fight like a gorilla or whatever? So, they put that into practice. So essentially, it's like an auto battler.
Oh, you talked
where
about this last time. I have the demo. I haven't played it.
I finally
Is there a
got to
new
play the
demo?
demo.
Oh, okay.
No, I finally actually got to play it, and I did enjoy it. Like I was actually having fun with it, and now I am like more excited to play it like when it comes out in July. But yeah, no, it's like a really like kind of funny, chaotic like little game. So, whatever I said from back then, I'm still applies to today. So essentially, still very good, very fun. I've been playing more Rainbow Six Siege. They had a new map come out last month. Reworked the Cabby. They brought in more Dead by Daylight skins to the characters. They try to remember. So I know one of the killers is Legion that they brought. They brought in, I think it was called the Nurse.
Nurse, yep.
Let me see. Look at, and then the Trickster. I guess the guy the with the yellow jacket and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. They brought them to Rainbow Six Siege as like operator skins and had a little like event to kind of celebrate it per se.
That's
It's weird because the thing is that they
so
like a few years ago they brought Dead by Daylight skins to like Siege and they did the Huntress and the Trapper.
Okay. Interesting.
So I don't know what made, I guess because it's Dead by Daylight 10-year anniversary, they're like, all right, we'll just do like another thing like that again, and we'll.
I have seen some characters on DVD with also Siege cosmetics.
Yeah, they do like a crossover. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Wait, who did they add? Do you know?
You'd have to Google it because I don't know all of them.
Okay.
I only know one because my friend Zeno would use one for Felix Richter.
Do you remember what that one was?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But that's the only one that I've seen that I really know about.
Saved by Daylight's Rainbow. Let's see. But yeah, they did a little kind of event to that. Where you get to play like I guess like those operators with the skin and do like a little thing with that.
That's weird to me about hearing this cosmetic thing the other way around. Like DVD going to other things feels wild to me. I'm like, how high am I? I didn't hit the pin that hard. What did I just walk into? What happened?
Can I get what if the table and then the skin, but with a gun, and then you can have it over here. X on the Huntress. Like that's what the video is.
Because the thing with Siege is that they've been doing a lot of weird crossovers.
Yeah,
but they've also
isn't Siege like done? Like isn't it?
No, not at all. This is their last year was their 10th year, and they're still going. So they're not done. I don't know when they'll be done, but they're not done.
I could have sworn I heard an announcement Ubisoft was like ending any new updates or something.
Not at all. They're still going. The thing with Siege though is that kind of I don't know, maybe like
Mm-hmm.
2017, 2018, they started doing a lot of these weird events. So like they had a Halloween event where
Mhm.
like the characters sort of like had like these very spooky Halloween like costumes, but
Yeah,
like
I've seen
it
some
looked
of them in like streams and
yeah.
stuff. It was like, oh, yeah, weird.
Yeah, so like it that didn't surprise me that Dead by Daylight decided to introduce characters like killers into Siege as skins because they have the Halloween stuff. But I'm like, okay, like it's more like weird that they decided to work with Dead by Daylight in a sense. Like I didn't know that Ubisoft like there was enough crossover or like things of like, oh, this will be popular enough in Siege that people want to get it, sort of so to speak. So I'm like, okay, weird. And even in reverse as well, because I'm looking at the skins for Dead by Daylight. It looks like they added Wamai for Adam Francis. Felix Richter has
the
Blitz.
way,
And
the
then
way
Renato
this
Lyra is
man's,
supposedly Turbao.
the way this
Tubarao.
man's like clearly doesn't play Dead by Daylight. He was like, and Adam Francis, like he
Adam
said with
Francis?
complete disbelief out of like what is a very normal ass sounding name. He was like, and Adam Francis, like, yeah, sure, buddy, show me your passport, Adam.
Yeah, so it looks like there's three skins I can see. So interesting picks, I will say. Very interesting picks, but alright.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
June's crazy for this show.
it's free. Uh no, like I will tell you, for crossovers that they have with Siege, they've done Street Fighter, they've done Borderlands, they've done Rick and Morty, they've done The Boys, they've done Assassin's Creed, Lara
I
Croft,
mean, Assassin's
uh
Creed makes sense. This is in government.
Halo, um fuck what else? Oh, I'm missing some. They did the Laserhawk show that Ubisoft has. They did stuff with that. God damn, I feel like I know I'm missing. They done Yakuza like from RGG Studios. Uh so yeah, like they've done like random ass crossovers over the years. So um yeah, it's just I get they're like, well, we gotta just sell more skins, gotta get more money. So uh yeah, that's just kind of what it is. But the content with Siege has been better, at least gameplay wise, more recently. Thankfully, like they've been doing a lot of the thing is that previously when it came to Siege, they did always a lot of nerfs before buffing things. So now they seem to be trying to do the reverse where they're trying to buff things a bit more and only doing nerfs if like things are getting way too out of hand. Uh so I'm liking that so far. Right now I have been enjoying Siege. Like last season, which was early this year, they actually added Solid Snake into the game as an operator. And they gave him his just recently his old snake as a skin. Um, Kind of really fun operator. And they even did like a little weird like Metal Gear Solid like event as well that you could play. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, no, like I've been enjoying Siege so far. I'm going to hopefully see that they do much more cool stuff. They seemingly going back to next year, going back to doing one new operator a season. So that'll be interesting to see. Because I think part of the thing what makes Siege a bit more overwhelming to get into is that there's too many operators. There's so many things that you have to learn now that it can be a little bit overwhelming. So we'll I guess see if that's the correct way of going about it. But I think for those that have already been playing Siege casually, like they're just it might be just hey more new content now essentially. Um, I decided to replay The Darkness 2. Don't ask why. I just decided to do that again. uh, and I guess as far as games go, that's kind of pretty much been my month.
Okay. 1 second. I'm sending a text to my mom real quick.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. And I think I already mentioned before, but I've been playing About a Factor so I can regrind my character and get ready for the new DLC. But Yeah, pretty much it. I had to do a lot of work around for the Darkness 2 to work back again, but I surprisingly had fun playing it again.
Mhm. One second, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Uh, all right. So, uh, that was quite a lot. I
Yep.
have been playing some things. Um, I briefly was back on Destiny 2 for a bit with the final update they did. Checked it out. It's kind of neat. You know, I can see why people would like it, and I fucked around with that for a bit. And then I got like nostalgic and tried to go back on Destiny 1, which I have, and all the expansions for because nothing was sunset, everything's there. And I played like probably another 20 hours of that before I realized that like I was starting to like get almost nauseous with like it being locked at 30 FPS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how old that game is. On
Yeah.
consoles, it's locked to 30 FPS, so I wasn't able to keep up with it. But it was cool to revisit for a bit. It's such a different game. And then like I don't know, I just kind of didn't want to go back into Destiny 2. I'm craving like a PvP shooter in the sense of like what Call of Duty was, and then Overwatch, and then Call of Duty again, and then Destiny 2 during its active years for me. I love Marathon. I played a lot of it. I've played over 300 hours of that game already. I absolutely adore that game. I think it's fantastic. And I definitely understand it's not for everybody. And
Yeah.
as much as I love it, it has me craving like a standardized 6v6 like Call of Duty. Like, oh man, if this Modern Warfare game is good and it's not AI slop, I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's all I want. But so that's kind of what I was doing. It was like kind of just one last little hurrah of Destiny and fucking around in that for a bit. I'd like to see a Destiny 3 someday, or even like interesting single player stuff in that universe, but who knows when and where if that happens. I've been playing a lot of Marathon. We're in season 2. We are about to hit the middle of season 2, so the mid-season update is July 22nd. Um, I have played like over 300 hours. I have this season's title already. I have all the codex challenges done. I haven't done the like endgame map proper in like gotten good at it. I get really confused by that map in Outpost, and I've learned that like I prefer the maps where it's like there's more of the planet, like of Tau Ceti, the nature and getting to see it collide with the colony like stations or buildings that are there. So that's
Hmm.
why I really like Perimeter and Dire Marsh. And with season 2, Nightfall, they dropped a nighttime Dire Marsh, which is a very different beast, more of an endgame map, and it's really fun fighting in like the dynamic weather with that with dark sight scopes, and like they have this thing called vector grenades where you throw it and it like lights up like vector lines across the dark over and over with pulses. And then there's also like vector rounds where yeah, after like a brief second or two your first shot shoots like a vector pulse that keeps pulsing for a bit, so if you tag a person they're just pulsing the whole time, lighting everywhere up they go. Flashlights on every gun in Night Marsh regardless of attachments on a toggle. um, the sound design continues to shine. The new guns are really good. The game continues to be very good and intimately a very cutthroat thing. I've had a lot of fun with the cradle system, which is like there is a new way to upgrade where you convert guns into cradle XP or anything into cradle XP, and as you level it up, each level you get a point, and you put it in a stat that gives you like a raw increase to 2 stats across any of your run of shells, but at certain milestones also just gives you like a passive perk now. So I have like 5 whole traits maxed out, so I have like plus 75 to like 10 different stats, but then I also have, hey, my ability starts my tactical is fully charged and my ultimate is half charged at the start of a match, and they charge faster. Which means some fights now, if the fight goes on long, I'm getting like 2 to 3 uses out of my tactical now in one firefight. They have,
Okay.
like, there's stuff for melee, there's stuff for your stamina and resistances, and there's stuff to, like, loot faster. It's a really interesting progression system, and it also gives you incentive to sacrifice loot and helps not have your vault space always being like, "Oh, I got a thing I do want, fuck. I need to figure I gotta play Tetris in my vault now," you know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. We know they're gonna iterate on it more, with the mid-season update. You'll be able to max out your vault, your cradle, and reset it completely and have one extra point to put in, because as it is now, you can't max out every trait. You can max out 6 out of the 7. And every reset you do will unlock unique cosmetics like charms and skins and stuff. They've started to do bolder, more ambitious, like, prestige cosmetics you pay for that are really interesting with unique voice lines and stuff.
Hmm.
The game continues to feel like really tight, really tense, and it's fantastic. They've dabbled with experimental modes. They had a PvE survival mode sponsored where one team of players would go in, but you could go in with just you and a buddy or two, or just by yourself. And then rooks would spawn in with a higher amount of them, and they would spawn in sooner. And there was one exfil at the end of the map after 18 minutes. That was it. And then everything else is the same. So that was kind of interesting. And now they currently don't have that, but they have a mode coming called Vault Breaker, which will come in the mid-season update.
Hmm.
And what that is it's the cryo map, cryo archive, no PvP.
Yeah.
It is queue by yourself, duo, or trio, and you have a unique Vault Breaker loadout you have to have. You come in with that kit specifically. All the gear you get when you exfil gets converted into Vault Breaker currency, which you then use to upgrade what the Vault Breaker loadout is over time after successful runs. And there's unique codex challenges, which will have unique cosmetics for it, and it basically is going to be a way for you to experience cryo, learn the puzzles and the pathing and the ins and outs of the map, do each of the 7 vaults, and then go fight the compiler without having to be threatened by the PvP people who know how to do this map better than you. So it's a great way for, like, people who are trying to learn with that friend who does know the map. So I'm gonna really enjoy that because I haven't really gotten to do a lot of cryo, and of the two, like, maps that, like, I don't really know super well, Outpost and Cryo, I have way more interest in Cryo. I don't really care for Outposts. I think it's, like, too stimulating. There's a lot of, like, siren sounds, and I hate the acid rain mechanic. And I also think, like, design-wise, it's boring
Hmm.
comparatively to Cryo, Perimeter, Dire Marsh, and Night Marsh. They've already said season 3, we're gonna get another new class already again. We got one this season called Sentinel. We're gonna get another one. 2 more to 3 more new weapons, as well as Perimeter is getting changed, is all they've said. A lot of people think that's them hinting that the overgrown Perimeter, like, concept art, we're gonna get, like, okay, Perimeter is like a fucking jungle now. Deal with it. Instead of, like, buildings and colony ships and stations between open fields and hills and tunnels. It's gonna be like, no, there's vines and fucked up trees everywhere and shit, which is gonna be a really cool way, because Night March is considered its own map, and to not have, like, queue times be bad, they, like, it's like, okay, every hour it's Night March, Day March, Night March, Day March, Night March, Day March, so that you're not spreading the queue too much, which has been great. Queue times are quick, still seeing new people all the time. We did get an influx of players when Destiny, like, announced its end. um, Still really like the game. Still think it's, like, the best goddamn extraction shooter that's ever been made. Straight up. Like, it's the only one I would ever recommend. It's brutal. It's the most cutthroat of them, I think. But it respects
Hmm.
your time. It respects your time. It deletes gear fear from you very quickly. It makes you don't worry about it. Gear comes and goes. And it doesn't feel like, balance wise, that you're fucked if you join late in a season. I've killed people when I'm running, like, a gray free kit, the lowest of the low. Killed people with purple stuff. Killed people with blue, green. I've taken gold off people with that. You win the fight, you win the fight. Like, yes, the better gear can help, but it is not a guarantee. And usually when anything starts to become like, oh, hey, do you have a purple shotty? Yeah, you're just gonna drop everybody immediately. Then they nerfed it, and then they nerfed it again until it wasn't doing that. To such a degree that it went from me, fucking shotgun, I'm dead, like, to, oh, this dude shotgunned me, and, oh, well, they've nerfed it so much that I have blue shields, which become, like, it goes from, like, first season really was like, there was like level up to 25, barely seeing greens. Then after that, I'm seeing greens regularly, blues are my rares. Then purples become my rares as I'm further in the game. As the game has grown with season 2, there's kind of more ways to earn gear and stuff, to the point where they had to actually nerf drop rates on really high end gear, and people still complaining there's too much gear and stuff. So that's what the cradle system's for. You burn the gear into that to upgrade your stats passively across the board. So they're doing a really good job of not forcing you to play Vault Tetris all the time, giving you a place to put gear you don't want to sell for credits because it's not really worth it, giving you multiple ways to earn both rewards through factions and storytelling and playing the game, but like consistently both somehow maintaining the brutality and the very, very like tense cutthroat nature of the game, while also breaking you of gear fear, but also not wasting your time regardless of whether you're going on heavy win streaks or heavy losses.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the first, like, it is a game where, like, yeah, a bad session can hurt, but like throughout this season it's hurt less, and like one good session is all you need. One good run, whether you ended up fighting people or not, and they're actively encouraging a variety of like play styles and strategies and always trying to mix things up. And I genuinely feel like it's probably one of the more compelling shooters I've played in probably the last decade, maybe two. It's really good. Like, I haven't been this obsessed with a shooter in a while to this degree. Like, I play so
That's
much
high
Marathon.
praise in my opinion, because I know how
I
you are
it's my
about
Black Ops 3.
certain
It's my
games.
next Black
Yeah.
Ops 3. Like, let me put it this way. My hours on the beta server slams is over 50.
Yeah.
On the beta server slam, I played 50 fucking hours. I played like 53. I am over 300 hours in this game already. It is in the first month of the second season. The game has existed for 4 months. For 2.5 weeks, I didn't play at all because of a toothache and ear infection. For another 2 weeks, I didn't play because of a breakup. And I still have over 300 hours. That's how fucking good this game is.
Yeah.
And I will say this, like, I love Destiny. Destiny 3 ever happens in any form, I am right there day one. But, like, the only way we're getting there is you gotta fucking support Marathon. And you should. This game's fucking incredible. And they're open to, like, stuff. Like, they've done duo queues was the experiment. They kept running different versions of duo queue on different maps during, like, Season 1. And now we have rotating duo queues. It changes, I think, every day which map it is. It's permanent now. Then we have the experimental PvE survival mode. That's gone now because we're soon to get the Vault Breaker mode. I think the Vault Breaker sounds way more interesting, and it's possible that could stay. Like, duo queues was something people were asking for in the beta, so literally like week 2 of Season 1, they started doing experimental, hey, this is temporary, but duo is around for perimeter for 2 weeks. Have at it. Please give feedback. Like, they've released like 2 surveys every season already. Like, the level of transparency and willingness to be flexible and encourage variety and embrace the game as it evolves from their initial vision gives me hope that this one's going to be around for a long time. Like, genuinely, I cannot wait. Every season, I'm like, what is new? What is coming? What have you done? Like, I can't wait. I'm always excited to play Marathon. I'm always excited for more Marathon news. I can't wait to see what they have planned, where they go, how our game. It feels like if Destiny at any point in its fucking lifespan had this kind of relationship between the developers and the players, we wouldn't have needed a Destiny 3, because there would never have been a Destiny 2, because Destiny would have held to its initial vision of a singular game that just expands. That's what this feels like I'm playing. If like they could have hit it, like, I genuinely, like, and I loved Destiny. I played a lot of it. I have like 2,000 hours in D2 alone. This feels like Bungie's best work in years to me, in terms of an FPS. There's places this can go, and it's a lot easier to sustain. It's a lot fucking easier to sustain this than the scale of Destiny. And I kind of feel like I'm getting more out of the little slices of this per season than I was ever getting in Destiny. Like, it's giving me the vibes I had off of like Taken King and Rise of Iron and Forsaken and Witch Queen in D2, where it's like peak Bungie at its best, except it's just kind of that because the scale they're operating at for what this is so much smaller and more refined. It feels refined. It just feels really refined in the way they're approaching it. Like, I would be shocked if I'm ever not praising this game at this point. I genuinely think this game's genuinely fucking fantastic. And I think the only dislike of it can come down to, are you like a weird Destiny edgelord who can't accept that sometimes things end, whether they end good or not, and it's like ultimately this had to end at some point anyway for you to get more of it with any merit? Or do you not like the cost of extraction games? And one of those is valid, and one of those is you just need to get over yourself. I've played a fair amount of extraction games. Usually, like, I like the concept, and I'll be like, you gotta get the execution, or it doesn't hold. I feel like the execution is here. I feel like game was definitely way less forgiving season 1. It's more forgiving, but it's still just as brutal. But it forgives you for not going on tears all the time. Way more now. And that's something they've encouraged because they do want to increase the active player base. So they're trying to find a way to give like more casual people a way to hop in this and breathe without being completely devastated. Because it's like, I had a green pistol and I died, and I'm gonna seem like it doesn't feel it. The gameplay still feels as brutal, if not harder, than it was before. The game's like relationship with you feels kinder this season. And that seems to be the trajectory of the development process and iteration on it, of maintain the incredibly tense, brutal, die in a second, a fight could be over in a second, or a fight could be 7 minutes across 20 meters of a map, right? Like, it still maintains that. It still plays really well. It's some of the best fucking sound design I've seen in a shooter in my life. Visually, it's still one of the most compelling goddamn things in the world. They've done a lot of work to give you more ways to gear back up and gain resources back, and to put things into places to give yourself buffs. The cradle system is great because it lets you just passively upgrade in a way where it's like, yeah, oh, I got gray gear, they have purple. It doesn't matter. I've put guns into my cradle system, so I have some stats and stuff that, like, yeah, this is actually kind of even if I play good. And then it's also given more story directly and lore, and giving you more things to engage with. And while it maintains that very brutal gameplay, it is creating more and more systems between the time it launched and where it's at now that give you more ways to hold your own. And it's more forgiving in, like, we're not gonna like demand you be perfect at this game, but the gameplay is still brutal. While the systems outside of that gameplay are being kinder, or are just being streamlined to be better for you, the player, to engage with, so that losses don't matter as much. And because those systems are like doing that, when it resets every season, it's like, yeah, that all resets, but like, the reset feels great. It feels great when the reset happens. Everybody's back at 0 in a way that, like, breathe, learn the new map layouts, find the new quest spots, understand the new guns, any new mechanics, what's the new class about, what's changes to the cradle, and then adapt the new information into the equation that is your marathon playstyle, and then go. It just feels really good all the time. I fucking love this game so much. I'm probably just gonna be playing this game until it stops existing. One second, gonna look at this text real quick. I heard it come in. I've been playing a lot more Diablo 4 now that I have it on. It should be fixed. Okay. I've been playing a lot more Diablo 4 now that I have it on console, which I've had for a bit now. Loving it. Very excited about the new season coming. We're fucking around with like a Cult of Death that's like tying into stuff that like harks back to Diablo 3's Reaper of Souls expansion. I am, as always, very excited to play the fuck out of Diablo all the time. I love all the new classes. I've enjoyed the fishing side quests and stuff. And there's gonna be some new bosses coming, and I think a lot of people think like the season looks a little lackluster, but like I feel like Lord of Hatred gave us so much goddamn content, and with seasonal resets being more about the reset themselves than like is the new season super strong mechanically or like story wise. We're getting story. The mechanic is like reworked or iterated on stuff from a previous season that was kind of weaker. Um, I don't have a problem with that, especially if like okay, a lot of people didn't kind of like this mechanic, and I've seen how they've changed it, and I'm like, I think that's a better change. I think you had a concept here that didn't quite work. Change the concept, imply again, and I'm looking at what's in there, and I'm like, okay, no, this is fine. This is fine because honestly, some of those seasons definitely like a little weaker in terms of like what the quirk was, and then some of them were so good that I missed them all the time, and I'm like, well, if you can bring back old stuff and iterate on it when it was like, that season was kind of weak. The Realm Walkers was kind of weird. Well, here's the Realm Walkers again, but now with the Death Cult, and they don't really walk away from you now. They just try to fuck your goddamn day up immediately with like a bullet hell now that you're playing in Diablo. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. That's great. That sounds awesome. That's definitely way more interesting than having to follow this thing around the map. And it's like a weird fight that's slow. This looks crazy and scary. I like it. And there's definitely season mechanics where I'm like, yo, let me get that. Let me get that witchcraft season back. Let me get that. Let me get that stuff back. Let me get that like fucking crazy weird mechanical dungeon shit back. That shit was crazy. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for like story tease up. I pay a lot of detail to like what's the new side quest going on in the season? What's the seasonal story quest? There's always stuff being teed up. They did a really good job with the seasons that like every season was building a little bit towards each expansion and tying these threads together and doing things. And we tied a lot of ends up with the end of Lord of Hatred and opened some new ones. And then Lord of Hatred, straight up, the side quests in that game, in that expansion, there are some side quests that you do that are post campaign that is some of the most like consequential and profound lore implications and outright story beats being driven of like, hey, did you not do Of Lambs and Wolves? You should probably do that quest right now. You should stop what you're doing, pause the podcast, and go boot up Diablo 4 and do the Of Lambs and Wolves quest. It's in the Scovos Isles, it's northeast Top Island. You're welcome. It's really good. You should do that. You should do that quest. We have like multiple items hinting that like, okay, after hatred, fear comes, and then like destruction comes. So it's like, oh, okay, Diablo then Baal. Because there's like a line of flavor text in one of the legendaries, which like after hatred opens the wound, fear and terror hold it from closing, and then last comes destruction, so assured in their victory. And then there's legendary items that say it's the other way around, that it's Baal next, then Diablo. And then there's legendary items that have been in the game that I've been talking about a guy called Lucian that we now know from a side quest that you should definitely do in Diablo 4 in the Scovers Isles on the northeastern isle at the very top. You should go do that side quest. That is like, hey, you know the ritual Elias used to bring Lilith out of the abyss, by the way? The void? Which, by the way, we know what the void is. It's like a weird purgatory nothingness, but it's not just a place you put things to banish them from existence, which is what we did to a prime evil, by the way, which has never happened in all of Diablo lore, game-wise or comics or anything. Like, Mephisto's gone. Not dead, but just, bro, you don't exist anymore, essentially, right now. Now, you can be brought back, but only with a ritual specifically designed for you, and it has to be willing people, except there's been a helm called Lucian's Crown that's been in the game since launch. And it talks about a forgotten prince of hatred. And it's like, that's not even a thing. Except it is, because there's a side quest you see, where a former part of Lilith's cult uses the ritual Elias used for her, but in a fucked up, more twisted way, and brings back what might be the lost Prince of Hatred. Which, if there's Lilith is gone, maybe permanently, because of what happened in the story where she saved you, you banished Mephisto to the void, something that's never been done. You also burn the world tree, which might be older than creation itself, and the serpent god vanished. We'll get to that later. Maybe. And now a forgotten primeval sun, which would be older than Lilith, because Lilith was created, not born. We learned this in the game. Lilith was not born. She was just made by Mephisto. We don't know if Lucian was made or born. We don't know what his vibe is, what his deal is. We do know there's a massive vacuum of power in the primevals. Because it's like when you kill the primevals, they're not dead. They're just like reconstructing in hell, still in charge in their area there. Mephisto's just gone. Lilith is just maybe perma-dead, because she's not a primeval. She doesn't reconstitute every time. Lucian is maybe real and pulled out of the void. It calls him formless. He might be of the void. Unclear what the void is. We learn that there is like things in the void that have always been there, and we really don't want them here. There is eldritch monster boss fights in some of these quests. Diablo is teetering on the edge of cosmic horror. For the first time ever, which means not only is there hell and heaven, there's some other secret third thing that might be worse.
Purgatory.
Yes, well, what if purgatory isn't like a prison of emptiness, but more a poorly, thinly congealed tar pit of horrible monstrosities, the likes of which neither heaven nor hell had the stomach for, that we put a thin veneer over and prayed to God nobody rips it open. Hey, you might have ripped it open.
We'll just leave that and leave that be.
Pandora's box. Don't touch it.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad. It looks bad. It looks grim. It looks dire. It looks more dire than Diablo has ever been. It looks crazy. I can't wait. I'm going to pay so much attention to story threads in all the seasons leading up. They've said Diablo 4 is going to be a long-term project and get more expansions than 2. I fully believe that. There is, again, a chunk of land on the map above the Scovos Isles that only exists if you have the Lord of Hatred expansion, and it's not part of Scovos, and it's not part of Sanctuary, and it's not part of that. Is it West March? I don't know. Also, there's the part that Halberzer isn't part of Sanctuary, but it is. Don't worry about it. Technically, the swamp isn't real, but it is. There is, like, a deeper layer to Diablo's lore that we have never really been privy to, that is being gently and sometimes aggressively unfolded, but constantly behind the main plot going on. So unless you're really looking for it, you're not really noticing it. And there's item descriptions that are hinting at things, and then there's like, you get to hear a prophecy that we've thought we've heard in full since Diablo 2. No, we never even heard half of it. There's so much more, like, we have had lore in this game that, like, fundamentally shifts, like, the concept of the fundamental rules of the Diablo, like, as a universe of, like, wait, okay, that changes how everything operates. The scope is different. It's so crazy right now. And also, the game is fucking lit and super fun. It's super good. Every class feels strong. Everybody's got things. It's the new endgame war plans is so goddamn good. It's the most fun endgame I've ever played in my life. I could do it all day. It's so good. And they're just going to make it better. They've already talked about the new things coming and what they're working on. Diablo 4 is incredible. It is absolutely just a banger of a game. I am always excited for more. The season starts June 30th, by the way. I can't wait. I'm going to slam that day one. I think I'm going to go Rogue Paladin to start and see how it plays out. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I have been back on Monster Hunter Wilds as well because I heard about the expansion. Master Rank expansion is always when Monster Hunter gets the best. So I've been dabbling back into that. I'm very, very rusty. And it's gonna take a while to get back into the groove of being as clean as I was on that greatsword. So, chipping away at it. Dabbled back in and out of League a little bit. Not much more than that for, like, mainstay games. But I did play some demos. So, I played a little game, and I only played a little bit of it, called Erosion. And Erosion is fucking incredible. Erosion is utterly fascinating. Vaughn turned me onto this game. with I think it was announced a bit ago, and I got invited to the playtest, and I got some spare invites and I sent them to people, him included. I love Erosion. Erosion is so cool. The art style, the sound design. This game is absolutely my jam. I love it. It's really fucking hard because I didn't realize from anything I'd seen of it that the way your health works in this game is like old school style. In that, oh, you have 3 hearts. Getting hit by anything that does damage is a heart. That's it. Go. That's it. And it's a roguelike. Every run is different. But as you do your runs, time passes between your like lives coming back. So the game sets it up with the story, beautiful, very cute, voxel, like weird, funny movement art. But it also has really good splash art for like text moments when the character's talking, even though nobody's voice acted. Really good sound design. Gameplay is sharp and tight. It's like a sci-fi western magic thingy going on. And what happens is your wife gets killed, your daughter gets kidnapped, you get killed. The goddess of death brings you back to life. You have 3 lives. When you die, and you're going to, because you can't possibly get through this dungeon at the start of the game, get all the way to the bottom and kill the guy. There's no way, you're not strong enough. Gear you get and abilities you get is randomized along the whole way. At any point when you find those, you can just sell them right away and get the cash for it if you don't want it, so nothing goes to waste. There is a ton of like side quests that surround the main quest, because after you die 3 times at the opening, and you will because there's no goddamn way you can get that far, it takes 10 years for her to bring you back. 10 years pass in the game. The world is different. Your daughter is now somewhere else in 18, and you now have to deal with a changed world. Like, the house you were in before all this went down is dilapidated. You can go there and find memories and stuff and kill the ghouls around it. But there's, like, as you do quests, certain quests pass time, and then, like, as you die, after a certain, I think you get, like, 3 lives per timeline, and then, okay, now it's gonna take 25 years for you to come back. And things you did in that 10-year timeline affect what the timeline is when it takes 25 years from then for you to come back with 3 more lives. And so on and so on and so on. And that determines who's around you as an ally, what's around you as a world, enemies, loot. It determines, like, the ending of the game that you can get. Like, and it's very early right now, but the game is super fun to play. I've had an absolute fucking blast playing it, and I've only played 42 minutes of it, but it was really fun. It's really hard though. Like, it's really tough. It's a game where I'm like, okay, you can see that this is like quintessential roguelike, and that like you are gonna like progress is probably gonna feel small at first, and then there'll be leap moments where you're like, oh, okay, holy fuck, okay. It's, I feel like it's full of surprises. I think it's got a lot of charm and heart, and it's like giving Saturday morning cartoon energy. I really like it. I like everything about it. It's super fun. Highly recommend. I'm hoping it comes to consoles, because I just prefer to play with like on PlayStation with that controller and stuff. But it's super fun. I had a really good time with it. It's got a really quirky sense of humor. So that's pretty much me, just because like I ended up with the tooth stuff and all that for so goddamn long, and other things beyond that it like I didn't play a whole lot. I hopefully will have time to do the Shroom and Gloom demo. I want to do this Ward demo and How Many Dudes demo, but probably won't get to it until later. So yeah, with that is a podcast. That's a podcast right there. That is a near 4-hour episode.
Goddamn.
3 minutes and 57. Sorry, 3 hours and 57 fucking.
That's what happens when you put 3 chefs in a pot.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you seethe with incandescent rage on an atomic level until you hit a bigger rapture. But the devil tried to stop you, but he can't because he only moves at 20 FPS. Is it stability issues? Or is it immersion so good it breaks your... What is this bit? This is stupid. We're just reading the names of the potential name of the episode, but it's only going to be one of these. So, like, no one's going to see this list but me and Vaughn and the people that vote on it. And this is dumb. This is stupid. We're ending the show. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. Happy Pride Month. If you don't celebrate Pride, go fuck yourself on an atomic level. And with that, that's it. Goodbye. That's it.
That's
Did you think
it?
I was going to do another bit? No. Get the fuck out. Leave. Hydrate.
This is a bit though.
No, that wasn't a bit. Actually, please hydrate. Don't listen to him. Please hydrate. Hydration is not a bit. Please hydrate. For the love of fucking God.
Always.
It's 2026 and the world is on fire in more ways than one. Metaphorically and spiritually. Please hydrate. Goodbye.